This is high school football on News Channel 15 and my15news.com. High school football on News Channel 15, a special sports production of the Wabash Valley College Radio TV Broadcasting Department.
Hello everybody, welcome to Harrington Jeffrey Sports Complex for tonight's Black Diamond Conference matchup between the visiting Edwards County Lions and the home Carmi-White County Bulldogs. I'm Cole Carter alongside Drew Poughton. And Drew, not only is it Edwards County versus Carmi on the field, it's Edwards County versus Carmi up here in the press box. You're a graduate of Edwards County last year, and I'm a 2018 graduate of Carmi County High School. Drew, what is your mindset or really your thought of this rivalry?
I think it's going to be a really good game. Key news, Eli Grimes is out, so I think this changes the game a lot for Edwards County as they're a run-heavy team with the option especially, but I think we should see more Marcus Sennett passing tonight more than anything.
Well, speaking of this rivalry, it dates back a few years. Carmi leads the all-time series 35-14 and 4 ties between the two teams, but Edwards County joined the Black Diamond Conference back in 2015, so they've only played 3 times since then, and Carmi has won 2 of those games. So Edwards County looking to tie the conference series up here tonight with a win. And the biggest thing for Carmi is the way they can defend the pass. Edwards County threw the ball a lot against Cesar last week. Quarterback Marcus Sennett threw the ball 14 times, completed 10 of those passes for 2 touchdowns and 159 yards passing. And the big thing for Carmi, they have had a hard time defending the pass. How can they defend the pass against Sennett tonight?
I think it's mainly just shutting down his main guy. His main guy is number 5, Camden Calgary. If you can stop him, I think you really put a hole on this offense. He does have other weapons like Ryan St. Ledger, but him and Camden Calgary have come up together through this ECHS football team, and I think that if you can stop Camden, you can stop this whole offense.
You mentioned the big injury in Eli Grimes. Carmi, they're dealing with a little bit of an injury too. Davenant, who's been out for the beginning of the year so far, he's still out tonight, but they do bring back Jaden Reeder. Jaden Reeder missed last week. We saw how big of an impact he made in the game against Cesar 2 weeks ago. You know, what's Edwards County's mindset trying to stop Carmi's big weapons?
I think it's mainly just try to stop the run. Ethan Mahan ran a lot in the last Carmi game I witnessed, which was against Cesar a couple weeks ago, like you said. They ran a lot of the option like Edwards County does, and I think mainly if you can stop the run, make Ethan Mahan throw the ball to his receivers, like we see in Jordan Reeder. He didn't have a very good game, but he did make a couple good catches there, and I think if you can make them actually catch the ball, that Carmi might be in some trouble here early.
All right, so be unbiased here. What's your prediction for the game?
I really think this is going to be a good game, but I think without Eli Grimes, it's really going to be a tough battle for Edwards County, and I think Carmi comes out on top like 28-20, somewhere in that range.
28-20. Kickoff's right around the corner. You're watching high school football here on News Channel 15.
It's high school football season, and News Channel 15 is the place to watch our area teams. We'll have tape-delayed replays on News Channel 15 and live streaming coverage online at my15news.com. We'll be covering the Mount Carmel Golden Aces, Olney Tigers, Fairfield Mules, Carmi Bulldogs, Edwards County Lions, Hamilton County Foxes, Run Hill Salukis, and Newton Eagles. The only place to watch local high school football is News Channel 15 and my15news.com.
I didn't want to go to community college because it was too small, too limiting.
I wanted a place where I could expand my horizons and gain experiences for a strong future.
Where I could meet people from other places and learn about them.
A college choice that meant a strong start, not huge debt.
Where I would have the support I needed.
Where teachers knew my name and worked with me on a personal level.
And people were ready and available to help me plan my future.
That's why I choose my community college!
Yeah! Welcome back to Carmi County High School. Both teams getting set for kickoff. Carmi comes into this game with a record of 2-1. They're coming off of a win last week against Christopher Ziegler Royalton. Edwards County comes in with a record of 1-2. They took a tough loss last week against Cesar Valier. And Drew, you were at that game last week for Edwards County and Cesar. You know, both of these two teams played pretty tight against a pretty good Cesar Valier ball club.
Yes, they did. Cesar, they actually had a really good game against Edwards County last week. Edwards County had a very good third quarter. They outscored Cesar 21-0 in the third quarter to take the short lead until Cesar got the ball and scored right back on them. But this Edwards County defense really needs to step up its game. I know they haven't really been very good the past couple weeks, only allowing Hamilton County to 12 points, but giving up 32
to Cesar last week.
Yeah, so that's my biggest thing for Edwards County is their defense, because with no Eli Grimes, they're going to have to rely a lot on the defense and Marcus Sennett's arm, and I don't know if they can do that.
Yeah, talked about Eli Grimes out for the Lions. The big injury. He's one of their top running backs, linebackers. A big part of this team. He is out for tonight's game, so we'll see who can step up for Joe Rivers Ball Club. Deep for Edwards County, number 5, Camden Calgary, number 11, Ryan St. Ledger. It's homecoming night here in Carmi. It's a packed house. This is probably the biggest game in the conference this week. Luke Simon boots it away. It's a squib kick fielded in the second level. It's going to be picked up on a return by the Lions, and running it out just shy of midfield is going to be, can't tell the number from up here, I believe that's number 90. That is going to be Jordan Brock on the return, and the Lions will set up their offense at their own 49-yard line.
This is one of the things with Carmi. I noticed that against Cesar that there weren't a lot of really deep kicks to start off the game, so I'm really looking forward to see where Edwards County's starting field position is throughout this game, because they started on the 49, I think you said. So, I mean, that's half field already for an Edwards County offense without their star running back. So let's see where this heads.
Talked about it in the pregame. Jaden Reeder missed last week for Carmi with a knee injury. He's back in there. He's playing corner at the top of your screen. 1st and 10 for Edwards County. They start out in the shotgun. It's Marcus Stinnett taking the snap, and he is going to hand it off. It's going to be number 95. That is Keith Bateman. 95 with a running back. I haven't seen that in high school football in a long time. No gain there for Bateman. Second down coming up for Edwards County.
Keith Bateman runs a lot of the fullback, so that's where the number 95 comes from. But with no Eli Grimes, like we said, he's going to be
next man up.
Yep,
next man up here for Edwards County.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Ryan St. Ledger and, like you said, Camden Calgary take some of the snaps in the backfield as well for Edwards County. Maybe some Jordan Brock. So number 90.
Jordan Brock's wide at the bottom of your screen. They got St. Ledger in the slot and Calgary out wide to the right. Here's a handoff to Bateman up the middle. Bateman going to the outside, and a nice tackle made by Ethan Mahan. Keith Bateman's listed at 5'10", 185. He's a stout kid. And you talk about that fullback position, usually a heavier set kind of guy with some speed, and it seems like Bateman's got that.
He does. He was out last year with an injury, so this is his first the start of the season was his first game back last year. I think he tore his Achilles back-to-back years, if I'm not mistaken. So I know he's excited to get back, and he's been in the weight room almost the entire recovery. So I'm excited to see him on the field and healthy again.
Edwards County back in the spread. No huddle. 3rd down and 7. Stinnett in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, and they're going to run the option on the right side with St. Ledger. He gets it over to St. Ledger. He's got a couple blockers in front, looking for the first down marker, and he is going to be close to it. Not sure if he got there. We'll see where the officials put the football. It's going to be close to a first down.
Expect to see this a lot from Edwards County tonight. They run a lot of this option. They ran it with last week and the week before against Cesar and Hamilton County, and this is one of their biggest parts of their offense, considering how fast Marcus Stinnett is. So he can either keep it or pitch it to Ryan St. Ledger, Camden Calgary, or a bubble screen. I've seen that a couple times as well.
They mark St. Ledger down at the 41-yard line. That is enough for an Edwards County first down. So here the Lions are moving the ball on their first drive. They went with the option play right there to St. Ledger after a couple of runs with Bateman. And so with 10:35 to go here in the first, Edwards County trying to get in the end zone first.
This is what you like to see for your head coach Joe Rivers, moving the ball with these without your star running back.
In the shotgun, Stinnett, he's got Bateman behind him. He's going to keep it, run to the left side, and Stinnett tries to bounce it back outside, goes into the 33-yard line. Jaden Reeder makes the tackle, and a solid pickup there by Stinnett. Gets about 6 yards to be second down.
One of the things with Stinnett is that he fumbled last week on one of his first carries of the game on 3rd down last week. So with him keeping it, there's always that kind of chance that he may fumble, but he held onto the ball there and got a good pickup. I think 9 yards, I believe.
They call it a 9-yard pickup. It is second down and 1, more than I originally thought he had on the play. This is his 3rd year as being the starting quarterback here for Edwards County, so he's got the experience. Here's his first pass of the night. Throws to the right side, almost incomplete. Almost intercepted, I should say, as it is incomplete. Looking for Camden Calgary, and it's quickly 3rd down and 1 here for Edwards County once again.
We hit it on the pre-show that Camden Calgary and Marcus Stinnett have been friends throughout their entire high school life, and nothing has changed here on the football field. They have been very close, and I think Marcus Stinnett and Camden Calgary is his number 1 receiver, so he targeted him a lot last week against Cesar.
9:55 to go here in the first quarter. It's 3rd down and 1, definitely 4-down territory here for Edwards County early on in the first quarter. Stinnett takes a snap. He's got Bateman next to him. He's going to keep it again, runs to the right side, and he's going to have an Edwards County first down inside the 30. And once again, Drew, the Lions moving the chains.
Yes, they are. It's one of the things about running the option with the quarterback is that he has to make a lot of quick reads, so sometimes it's not the right read. But if you're head coach Joe Rivers, you got to be really happy with what you've seen from Marcus Stinnett here, making good reads early.
Yeah, that was a great read by Stinnett. Had a lot of room over there on the right side. Back in the spread is Edwards County. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Stinnett in the shotgun with Bateman right behind him. He's going to keep it. Throws a bubble screen to the right side to St. Ledger, and St. Ledger goes upfield, and he'll get a couple of yards before Jaden Reeder and Ethan Mahan bring him down. Gain of about 3.
I was really surprised to see him throw it that far back because it's a backwards pass, and it could be a fumble if St. Ledger happens to bobble it or something happens. So I was really surprised to see him that deep in behind Stinnett there.
Thought for a second we might see St. Ledger throw the football. He kind of stutter-stepped right when he caught the pass behind the line of scrimmage. But here's Edwards County right back to the line of scrimmage again. Once again, they have not huddled yet on this drive. Here's St. Ledger to the left side. St. Ledger tackled by Mahan at about the 20-yard line. And once again, going to bring up 3rd down and short here for Edwards County.
St. Ledger is a multi-athlete player like most of these guys on the football team, plays baseball as well as football. Came to Calgary, plays a little bit of basketball. And I don't think Marcus Stinnett plays anything else. I know he pitched a little bit in grade school, but that's about all I know. Bateman doesn't play anything else. Brock, he plays, I think, all 3 sports, if I'm not mistaken.
3rd and short, and the shotgun is Stinnett. He's going to give it off to the middle of Ryan St. Ledger, and St. Ledger going to be brought down inside the 15-yard line. That's going to be another Edwards County 1st down.
Like seeing them move the ball like this as in the early stages of the game. I just hope it carries for Edwards County with no Eli Grimes. I'm surprised to see them moving the ball with such ease.
We talked about no Eli Grimes. Seems to be no problem right now for Edwards County. St. Ledger, Bateman and company, they're doing a pretty good job moving the football.
They'd also had a really good first drive last week against Cesar, so this might just be coming in the party early.
1st and 10, Stinnett hands it off to St. Ledger to the right side, and St. Ledger going to be wrapped up. Looked like Luke Simon and Ty Stubblefield making the tackle there. Gain of about 2. 2nd down, really the biggest thing for Edwards County, despite, they started this drive at their own 49, so a short field the way it is, but they've gotten a lot of 6- and 7-yard runs on 2nd down, which has made it an easy 3rd and short, which has made it obviously easy to convert.
Yeah, they haven't, they have not had a 4th down come up yet, nope. And like you said, I think it's 4th down territory with how close they are, but Zeke Roberts is the kicker for this team.
7.5 to play here in the 1st, 2nd down and 7 from the 8-yard line. Stinnett runs the option again. He is going to keep it, and then he runs into Joe Mills, who makes a tackle back at the 9-yard line. So a loss of a couple yards there on the run by Stinnett. And the longest 3rd down Edwards County's had in this game thus far will be 3rd down about 9. Ball marked at the 10-yard line, so they can get the 1st down without scoring.
I think if you're Carmi, you got to be really excited to see that. This is the first time that they've, on a 2nd down, like you mentioned, a lot of 7-8-yard runs, that they've held them to a loss of yards, actually. It's kind of surprised to see Stinnett keep it there, but there's really nothing good defense from this Carmi-White County team.
So 3rd down and 9. Definitely, well, this might be field goal range. Talk about Edwards County does have a kicking game. 3rd and 9 from the 10. Stinnett going for the fade to the right side, up for Calgary. It is incomplete. No penalty flags. And so here we go. 4th down and 9 from the 10-yard line. What will Edwards County decide to do?
And watch this. They ran a lot of that last week. They ran a lot of the fades that came to Calgary, and maybe even some fakes. I seen them kind of fake it there and then throw a bubble screen. So a lot of this Edwards County team, they don't take a lot of shots, but when they do, it's usually targeted to number 5, Camden Calgary, the star receiver of this team and the leading receiver on the team, I do believe.
So here we go. 4th down and 9. They're going to go for it. Ball at the 10-yard line. Joe Rivers decides not to kick the field goal. In the shotgun, Stinnett, 2 receivers right and 1 to his left. Stinnett's going to throw. He's got time. Throws 1. Intercepted. Luke Simon picks it off at the 5. Simon down the left side of the field, and Luke Simon runs it all the way to the 25. And the Bulldog defense gets the turnover here on the first drive of the game.
Carmi-White County fans erupting with that pass. And this is the thing that you talk about with Marcus Stinnett throwing the ball. You said he had a really good passing game. He had 3 interceptions last week, though, against Cesar and a fumble. So definitely don't like to see this really early in the game. But for Carmi, you got to be happy with the way they're marching the ball down the field there. And kind of surprised to see them go for it, honestly.
Well, that time Stinnett had some pressure. It looked like he just kind of threw it up in the air, hoping somebody would catch it, but he threw it to the wrong team. So as I talked to you before the game, Drew, Carmi comes out in the spread offense. It's Mahan who hands it off to Jaden Reeder, I should say, to the right side. Reeder, who was injured last week, back into the game this week, and he's going to have about a 5-yard run there. 2nd down coming up.
I'm ready to see what this young man can do. Last time I was here, Jaden Reeder did not have a very good game. He was really dropped a couple of passes. He did make 1 beautiful touchdown run, though, but I see that they're starting to, the first play, he didn't throw it to him. They just kind of let him come and get it, and I think that's his best strength there, is more of a running back than a receiver.
Carmi only threw the ball, I believe, 4 times last week. They were, or 8 times I should say. 4 for 8 was Mahan's passing stats. They were back to the wing T offense last week. We're here there on the spread. Mahan keeps it on the option. Mahan up the middle. Nice burst of speed by Ethan Mahan all the way across the 45. First down, Carmi.
That's good blocking there for a Carmi-White County team that does run the ball a lot. You like to see this really early, but Ethan Mahan, the offensive line gave him a big hole, and he took advantage of it, and I believe that was probably a gain of 10-15 yards, so Ethan Mahan already starting off strong.
Carmi's offensive line struggled in the first couple of weeks of the season, but they have picked up their play. Had a pretty good performance last week against CZR, and a pretty big hole right there for Mahan to run through on a first down to the 47-yard line, so 1st and 10 for Carmi. And it's going to be a double handoff to Reeder up the middle, and Reeder gets across midfield in Edwards County territory to about the 47-yard line. 2nd down and short coming up for Carmi.
This is not what you want to see from this Edwards County defense, that they are just running all over this Edwards County defense, and that is not, like I said, this is not what you want to see super early in the game. But we've seen it with Carmi. They allowed a lot of running yards, but they forced a turnover here. Let's see what this Edwards County team can do with the later stages of the game approaching.
5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 2nd down and 4. We're scoreless here in Carmi. Mahan takes the snap. He is going to give it off. Give it off to Simon. Simon gets across the 45 to about the 44. Going to bring up 3rd and about 2 here for Carmi.
Luke Simon is a very good just player in general. I know he is listed as a running back, but also plays a lot of receiver, and I think he was the one that made the interception. So it's a very big part of this offense, like Ethan Mahan and most of these guys that play offense and defense. Being just a sophomore, Luke's a 2-year starter, and he, as you mentioned, he's got a lot of food on his plate here for this varsity ball club. 3rd down and 1 from the 44. Mahan, quarterback run up the middle, and Mahan is going to pick up that 1st down, and he's going to get all the way up to about the 41-yard line. And Carmi will move the chains here on this first drive. Ethan Mahan is having a very good start. So is this, this Carmi-White County team. As I want to see if they're going to throw the ball as much as they did last time against Cesar. They threw it quite often against Cesar, so I'm ready to see what this Carmi-White County offense has to offer. So in the shotgun's Mahan, he's got 2 receivers left and a wing back to his right. Simon to his left in the shotgun. He gives it off to Simon up the middle. Simon looking for some blocks. Simon inside the 30. 1st down, Carmi once again. God, he's good. He's real good. They got a lot of good guys on this offense and defense as well, but I mean, this offense is just marching the ball down the field against this Edwards County defense, and that is looking kind of tired, honestly, here in the early stages, just not trying really, doesn't look like. Assuming Edwards County is a lot like Carmi, having a lot of guys play both ways. Yes, they are. Wondering if fatigue is already setting in here with 3.5 to go in the first quarter. So Mahan's in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to do the double handoff once again. This is Reeder up the middle. Reeder trying to bounce it outside. Reeder inside the 20. He's going to be close to a Bulldog 1st down. That's a good tackle there. I believe a touchdown saving tackle, because it did not look like there was anyone else back there for Edwards County, back there for Edwards County, and Marcus Stinnett was the one that made that tackle. I was kind of I've been running a lot of the double handoffs here, and I haven't seen that yet. This is my first couple looks at it, and they have done a very good job. They've got me a couple times as I'm watching Luke Simon head the opposite way as Reeder has it. Harris and Littlefield out wide left. Simon to the left of Mahan in the shotgun. Mahan fakes a jet sweep, going to run to the right side and breaks away from a couple of tackles, spins. Mahan still running down inside the 10. 1st and goal, Carmi. And it looked like Edwards County was going to have him in the backfield. Mahan slithered his way through, gets it inside the 10, and another Carmi 1st down. That was a very good move there for Ethan Mahan, as number 9, Brady Otterberry, the other quarterback, checks into the game. Oh, okay. I didn't know he played receiver. A little bit of both. He's just like Mahan. They use him in a lot of different ways. No player on this Carmi team really has one set position. Mahan runs left, looking for a hole, and he'll be tackled down about the 5-yard line. Looked like that was Bateman who made the tackle. And so 2nd down and goal. There's a lot of these guys that play a lot of different positions here, offensively, defensively, special teams. There's a lot of these guys that don't come off the field for both teams. I would notice that Ethan Mahan is one of them. Luke Simon for Carmi, Keith Bateman, Marcus Stinnett. There's a lot of guys that just play nonstop. 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Carmi standing in the shotgun. Mahan
Gives it off to Simon, up the middle. Simon, touchdown, Carmi-White County.
Who other than Luke Simon made the interception, gets the handoff, and takes it up the middle. Beautiful play there by Carmi-White County and a beautiful drive to get their first points of the game.
What an impressive drive by this Carmi offense. That offensive line looks stellar against a pretty large Edwards County defensive front. So the Bulldogs will go for 2 here and try to make it an 8-0 score with 1:55 left here in the first quarter.
Not going to lie, not how I wanted my Edwards County Lions to start off the game. Looking pretty poorly defensively, but there's still a lot of game left to play here.
Indeed there is. As we mentioned earlier, probably the biggest game in the conference this week. Mahan, he's going to pass it here. Rolling out to his right. He's got a block, dives to the goal line, and he's in for 2. And so with 1:55 left here in the first quarter, the Bulldogs strike first. It's 8-0. We'll take a short break. You're watching high school football on News Channel 15.
The Tri-State source for alternative rock is 89.1 The Bash. Connect with us wherever you are on social. Listen live on our free mobile apps, online, or on TuneIn. We are today's hit alternative, 89.1 The Bash. Our local sports teams are hard at work, and so is the team at the Wabash General Hospital Sports Medicine Department. Again this year, the WGH Sports Medicine Department is here for our student athletes, sending certified athletic trainers to sporting events at an ever-growing list of schools throughout the region. We'll be there to ensure the safety of our student athletes. And should an injury occur on or off the field, the team at the Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine Department is here for you. Wabash General Hospital, people you know helping people you love.
Welcome back here to Carmi-White County High School. 8-0 Bulldogs as Luke Simon runs it in from 5 yards away to put the Bulldogs in front after his interception in the end zone for the Bulldogs. And an impressive first drive for the Carmi offense.
If you're Carmi, this is definitely how you want to start out the game, just running all over this Edwards County defense, and see how Marcus Sennett and the Edwards County Lions defend themselves here as they come back off as their second drive of the game after the interception.
Luke Simon set to kick it off, and indeed he does. A short line drive kick, once again to the second level. This is Jordan Brock on the return, and Jordan Brock runs into a brick wall at about the 40-yard line, and that is where Edwards County will start this drive. And Drew talked about an impressive first drive for the Lions. Didn't finish the way they did, but you got to take some positive notes out of that opening drive for the Lions.
I do. I don't think this is going to be necessarily as a defensive game as much as it will be an offensive game, kind of a counteracting thing of who can stop the other one first, as Carmi-White County stopped Edwards County first. So let's see if Edwards County can stop them, and let's see where the offense goes from here. Like you said, they had a very good first offensive possession to start off the game, as this is their worst starting field possession yet, and that's just behind the 40-yard line.
There we go, trips to the left here. In the shotgun, Stennett. He's going to throw it here. Pump fake, has pressure on his face. He's going to run to his right. And Stennett looking for the sideline. He gets about 3 yards there on a bad run by Stennett with the pressure on his face. The second down, about 7.
This offensive line isn't built for Stennett to just sit back in the pocket like that. That's why they run a lot of the bubble screens and a lot of the options there. I think he made the right play, getting a couple positive yards there, but if you're asking this offensive line to hold for a couple seconds for Marcus Sennett to get down the field, I don't think this offensive line can do it.
And the shotgun is Stennett. Takes a snap. And he's going to throw it once again. Bubble screen out to St. Ledger. That's got to be a holding penalty. No flag thrown. And making the tackle on St. Ledger is going to be Jaden Reeder. And Drew, the referees missed a call right there.
Yes, they did. I'm not even going to lie. That was a very obvious call there. Going back to last time I was here, Cole made a joke. I'm a Rams fan, so these missed calls are what I am all about.
Well, I think Mahan, if he wasn't held right there, he might have had reservations for 6 on an interception, but instead the Lions get a 6-yard gain of it. 3rd down and 2. Stennett, he's going to head off to Bateman, and Bateman is going to break a couple of tackles and get stood up once again. I believe that was number 79, Bryson Moore, the first Bulldog in there, the freshman. And the pack of dogs came in to follow, a loss of a couple yards. 3rd down and 5 coming up here for Edwards County.
Not the offensive possession that Edwards County wanted to start with. I think they're going to go for it on 4th down here, with it only being 4th and a couple, and I'm wrong because here comes Zeke Roberts.
Yep, they're going to punt the ball away. So kind of a surprising call here by Joe Richards, but give credit to the Carmi defense. They got the 3 and out here. after their touchdown. So Roberts will get back to punt this one away. Mahan and Reeder are deep for Carmi. Roberts gets it down. Nice kick.
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful kick.
Reeder muffs it. Ball on the ground, and Sutton falls on it. Right place, right time. Carmi catches a break there. And it will be 1st and 10 for Carmi at about their own 26-yard line.
Ryan St. Ledger was down there. I think he just overshot it. I mean, that's one of the perks of kicking it up so high is because they might lose it or they don't know how the ball is going to spin. But Ryan St. Ledger was down there, just overran it. And the Carmi-White County player, like you said, was in the right place at the right time.
So 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. Carmi leads 8-0 here over Edwards County. You're watching high school football on News Channel 15. The shotgun is Ethan Mahan. Takes a snap, and he's going to keep it, run to the right side, and he's going to be tackled at across the 25-yard line. That was number 55. That is Kinzer Medler making the tackle for Edwards County.
That's a nice tackle there for Kinzer, as that was a open field tackle on Ethan Mahan, and as we've seen earlier on the touchdown drive, it was very hard to bring down. So that's a good tackle there from Kinzer Medler, a couple-year player, but they just use him all over the field. Plays a little bit of quarterback, maybe some offense, as I think Carmi's just going to let this roll out.
Indeed, they will. So that will put an end to this first quarter. We've got a good game in store here at Carmi. After the first 12 minutes of play, Carmi leads this one 8-0. We'll step aside for a short break. You're watching high school football on News Channel 15.
What I enjoy most about being a midwife and why I chose this career path is because I really enjoy taking care of women in all aspects of life. Services that I look forward to providing here are STD testing, birth control, hormone replacement, pap smears, pessaries for urinary tract issues, and of course obstetrical care. I'm currently accepting new patients, and I'm available Monday through Friday here in Olney, and I can't wait to get started and see more patients in the community.
Here in Southern Illinois, we all know the weather can change in an instant. When severe weather strikes, you can count on the team at News Channel 15 to provide you the latest information to keep you and your family safe. From watches and warnings to storm spotter information with our direct link to the National Weather Service, the team at News Channel 15 is here to give you the most up-to-the-minute severe weather coverage, not only on air but also online and on our Facebook page. News Channel 15, putting Southern Illinois first.
Welcome back here at Carmi, getting set for the second quarter of play. Cole Carter alongside Drew Poughton as Carmi is taking on Edwards County. Probably the biggest game in the Black Diamond Conference this week. Carmi comes into the game 2-1, Edwards County 1-2. Both of these teams kind of right there in the middle of the conference. At the end of the year, it's a good chance one of these two teams will be playing in the postseason.
They took a couple of tough losses too. Like these guys just aren't getting beaten up. They're close games.
Yeah, close games. Both of these two teams have lost very close games. So start the second quarter, Mahan in the shotgun. He's got two running backs next to him. He's going to throw a bubble screen out to Jaden Reeder. Reeder's got a blocker in front. Reeder looking for the sideline and gets pushed out of bounds. Right across the 30-yard line, called the 31. That was 2nd down and 9, so we'll bring up about 3rd down and 6 here for Carmi.
I wonder what these refs are going to be doing all night, because we seen Edwards County get away with the hold there, and maybe I wouldn't have thrown the penalty there, but definitely something to keep an eye on, as that was a late push, as it was clear to see that Reeder was heading out of bounds and came to Calgary, just made him head out of there a little bit quicker than what he wanted to there, but maybe something to keep an eye on here.
So Carmi, 2 receivers left here on 3rd down and 5 at their own 31. Mahan is going to go back to pass. He's got pressure in his face to throw a screen out to Simon. Calgary is there to make the tackle. Simon jukes him. Simon into the open field across the 45 and still going down the sideline, and they blow the whistle dead. Say he stepped out at the 47-yard line of Edwards County. What a move by Luke Simon. 1st down Bulldogs.
Woo-wee. Let's get that trainer out on the field to pick up Camden's broken ankles. Luke Simon, beautiful move there. Nastiest move I've seen in high school all season, and that was tough. I didn't think he stepped out of bounds there, but wouldn't have been mistaken as he was tiptoeing down the sideline. Luke Simon proving to be a very key factor here early in the game.
One thing about Luke Simon is he is just an all-around athlete, and like you talked about, I thought Camden Calgary was going to have the tackle for a loss there and bring up 4th down, but he just juked him. He used his right joystick there on his controller and got the 1st down. So Mahan hands off from the jet sweep to Reeder to the right side. Reeder trying to do a little bit of juking of his own. Gets into the outside. Reeder's going to have the first down.
Luke Simon, MVP here early for them, as that was a beautiful block, as he thought Reeder was going to come inside, turned it back outside, and Simon did not give up on his block. The running game is proven by the blocks, and Luke Simon putting on a very beautiful block there on Edwards County. And if this blocking continues, I don't see any stop to this run-heavy offense from Carmi, as they got another first down.
So 1st and 10 for Carmi at the Edwards County 36. Bulldogs, once again, much like the last drive, moving the ball very well. Mahan, he's going to hand off to Simon, and Simon that time nowhere to go. Good job by the Edwards County defense, something we haven't seen very many times in this first half.
Nope, not really, but not by either team, but especially Edwards County, as they had, I believe they had Carmi at their own 25, 30-yard line after the punt. So obviously we switched sides, but already past midfield here, and only, 3 plays, not counting this past one here. So this Edwards County defense needs to step it up. They've had a fairly decent defense the past couple years, but no seniors to carry it this year.
2nd down and 12. Mahan will keep it, runs to the left side, trying to bounce it outside, goes back inside, and good job by the Lions on the pursuit tackle there, gang tackle I should say. Mahan gets up to the 35. Not much of a gain there. He's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 7.
Edwards County player got up limping. Keith Bateman got up limping. Not what you want to see there. But Camden Calgary once again got a move put on him. This man needs some ankle braces out here early. Goodness gracious.
Well, since you went to school with Camden, I'm going to let you can say those comments on him.
Right, yeah.
We'll put that on your shoulders.
Yeah.
3rd and 7 here for the Bulldogs. Mahan takes a snap, fakes the handoff, looking right. He's got Sutton wide open, but goes over to Reeder, and it's incomplete, almost picked off. He had Quentin Sutton wide open in the flats on the right side, but that was Jordan Brock who nearly had the interception, and it brings up 4th and 7 here for Carmi.
I wonder what they were running there, because Camden Calgary was there. I promise I have nothing against Camden Calgary. He's a great guy. I know I've been saying his name a lot here, but Camden just kind of let Jordan take it there. I didn't know if there was maybe a zone there. But this Edwards County defense, their first 4th down of the game, if I'm not mistaken, that they have forced Carmi to. So
this could be a big play here.
And if they can get him, they get him at fairly decent field position.
4th and 7 from the 33, and Carmi is going to call their first timeout of the game. We will take one as well. Back in a few. You're watching high school football on News Channel 15.
At First National Bank, we are committed to providing our customers with superior customer service. Whether in person or over the phone, our goal is to provide a positive customer experience each and every day. Give us a call or stop in one of our local branches today.
News Channel 15 is now available on the Roku and Apple TV smart devices. Log on to facebook.com/my15news to learn more.
Welcome back here to Carmi. Bulldogs lead at 8-0 with 10 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the first half, but Bulldog offense really their first wall of the game. It's going to be 4th down and 7 from the Edwards County 33. And I got a feeling we might see some sort of a trick play here from Carmi. They took a timeout right there before the break, and we'll see what they drew up in the dirt here.
And they used a lot of the play clock, too, coming back to the line of scrimmage with 15 seconds left on the play clock. So I wonder what they drew up here, as they don't get to it under 10 seconds.
Mahan takes a snap. He's going to go back to pass. Oroto was right. Mahan throws down the field, and it's caught by Simon. Did he get it off the ground? He did. First down, Bulldogs.
This guy right here, Luke Simon, has been killing the Edwards County defense as much as Tanner Ebanks did last week against Cesar, but I think he has made more plays for this Carmi-White County team than Tanner Ebanks made all game last game. So I think if they can hold Luke Simon, that I don't even know. Carmi-White's got so many playmakers on this team where it's questionable to see who's going to get it and who's going to not.
So 1st and 10 for Carmi at the Edwards County 22-yard line. Mahan takes a snap, double handoff once again. Here's Reeder to the left side, Reeder up the middle. Reeder gets it inside the 20-yard line. Nice tackle made there by, I believe, Jordan Brock. And it'll bring up 2nd down, about 6 here for Carmi.
I'm glad to see Jaden Reeder taking more of a running back role as much as a receiving role here, as they've run a lot of the double handoffs to him, and he seems right at home here at the running back, starting out as a receiver. Or do they keep him in the backfield with him on those double handoffs?
It just depends. You know, Carmi, they run so many different sets, and like you talked about, they don't really have one set position for these players or really one set offensive formation. They are really versatile with how they run their offense. So 2nd down and 5 for Carmi at the Edwards County 17. 8-0 Bulldogs, 9-minute mark here in the 2nd quarter. Mahan gives it off to Reeder, fakes the pass. Reeder trying to go to the outside. He's being chased by Medler, and Medler with a phenomenal tackle there by the Edwards County linebacker. Short gain, if anything, for Reeder. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Kinsler Medler being the kind of star this Edwards County defense needs here. Got a couple tackles, one for a loss and one for possibly no gain, as maybe we should see some more as this Edwards County team got a couple guys on their knees as they look gassed. This Carmi-White County team has been running all over them all night.
We talked about Jordan Brock. He's one of those guys that does not leave the field for Edwards County, and you got to think a little bit of fatigue might be setting in already in this game. So 3rd down and 6. The clock is stopped at 6:51. Mahan in the shotgun. He's got Simon next to him. Here's a bubble screen out to Reeder. Reeder looking for some room. Reeder trying to get to the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line, and that's going to be short of a 1st down. It's going to bring up another 4th down here for Carmi.
Another good blocking display there from Luke Simon. Came to Calgary, did all he could to keep up with Jaden Reeder there, and he did a really good job as him and Jordan Brock made kind of a joint tackle out of bounds there, but Luke Simon been kind of the do-it-all man here for this Carmi-White County offense.
So 4th down and 5. Last time Carmi had a 4th down just a couple plays ago. The pass completion to Mahan to Simon. And here we go again, 4th and 5. This is a big possession for Edwards County. Big play, I should say. 4th and 5. Mahan takes a snap. He's going to roll out to his right, look to try to throw it. Mahan runs up the middle. Penalty flag comes in, and Mahan's going to be tackled short of the 1st down. We'll see what the flag is.
He threw it as number, I want to say 55 or 65. It had to be 65. Zane Hayes came in, and I'm wondering what's going to be here, because if Edwards County, if this is against Carmi.
Well, they're talking to Edwards County, so it might be against the Bulldogs. And it's going to be a hold against Carmi. Edwards County will decline it. And the Lions get a big defensive stop. They're going to get the ball back here with 8:38 to go in the 2nd quarter.
The first defensive stop of the game that doesn't result in a touchdown. Got to be happy here for Joe Rivers and this defense, but like we've been seeing, this Edwards County team is gassed. So I wouldn't be surprised to see more of a Marcus Sennett passing play than anything else. As you see, I think I've seen 2 or 3 guys run off the field and come back, and a couple more come on, but we're in high school, so a lot of these guys play more than a lot of these guys don't leave the field at all.
So Edwards County will start this drive at their own 17. Their first drive, if you recall, had a pretty nice drive. Started at their own 45, got all the way to the Carmi 10. An interception by Marcus Sennett, and we're going to have a timeout taken here by Joe Rivers, I do believe, with the play clock winding down. So the Lions will talk about it. We'll talk about it as well. We'll take a short break. You're watching high school football on News Channel 15.
H&R Block, 615 North Walnut in Mount Carmel, is a proud supporter of the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. H&R Block has been preparing taxes since 1955, and no return is too complicated for them. Getting the most back for you starts with getting the most expertise for bankruptcy, corporations, estates, farms, and lots of other needs. Their phone number is 618-262-5932. That's 618-262-5932. H&R Block, you've come to the right place. Go Aces from everyone at H&R Block in Mount Carmel.
On air, online, on social. Join News Channel 15 each weeknight for our look at local news, weather, and sports. Where Southern Illinois comes first, this is News Channel 15. News Channel 15 presents Sports Extra, a weekly look at local and area sports. See it Thursday nights at 6:30 on News Channel 15, also posted to our Facebook page. It's Sports Extra.
Welcome back here to Carmi. 8:38 to go in the second quarter. Edwards County, who just got a big fourth down stop on the Bulldog offense, will try to drive down the field and tie this game as Carmi, who had a 5-yard touchdown run by Luke Simon earlier in the first quarter, they lead at 8-0. So Stennett in the shotgun, St. Ledger to his left. Stennett takes a snap. He is going to hand off to St. Ledger to the left side. St. Ledger trying to turn upfield. He's got blockers in front. Down the sideline goes Ryan St. Ledger out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. Call for 37. First down, Lions.
You like to see this for Edwards County. Ryan St. Ledger and Keith Bateman taking a good portion of these carries, and they're not doing too bad, really. Ryan St. Ledger kind of gives you, because Eli Grimes is more of an all-around back, kind of can run over someone, but can also outrun someone. So Ryan St. Ledger kind of outrun you with Keith Bateman will run you down. So I'm excited. You kind of depend on who they have in the backfield can determine the play call.
So 1st and 10, 8:30 to go in the second quarter. They run the option with St. Ledger, and Stubblefield did a great job of shedding his blocker and pushing St. Ledger out of bounds. Loss of a couple of yards there for the Lions. Brings up second down and long.
I was surprised to see them toss it to the right instead of to the left because they didn't really have as much room on the right-hand side as they do the left, but just more of this option from Edwards County. They run it a lot, and I think Carmi is starting to notice that and see how they adjust.
Haven't seen Stennett throw the ball that much. It's on a couple of bubble screens and an interception, but we'll see when they decide to get comfortable with the senior quarterback. Stennett keeps it on the option. He bobbled the ball, and Joe Mills blows him up behind the 30-yard line. A loss of a lot of yards there. Going to bring up third down and long.
Stennett made a late read there, as that's why he was so late on the snap. Probably seen him coming, made a late read, pulled the ball back way too late, and tried to toss to St. Ledger, but it was lit up on the play.
Well, lucky he didn't fumble the football. He was bobbling it when he decided to hang on to it, and Joe Mills shot through the gap and made the tackle. Great play by the senior. Third down and 16. Assuming we'll see the Lions to the football here.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a trick play here. Maybe instead of Ryan St. Ledger kind of hesitating, he'll actually throw it.
Stennett fakes a handoff, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Deflected by Ethan Mahan, and the Bulldogs will force the Lions to punt here with 7:42 left in the first half.
Looking for Jordan Brock there, another guy, like we've mentioned him a couple times, but it was a low pass from Stennett as the pressure from this Carmi-White County defense got to him. And like I hit on earlier, this Lions offensive line isn't built for him to have 10 to 15 seconds just to kind of sit in the pocket and wait around. He's got to make a decision fast, and he's got to throw it.
So Reeder and Mahan deep for the Bulldogs. Roberts will kick it away. This one not as good as the first one. And the Bulldogs get out of the way. It's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So good field position for the Bulldogs here as they start this offensive drive with an 8-0 lead. 7:35 to go here in the first half.
That was a good communication by the Bulldogs to kind of see where the punt was at and told number 2 for Carmi-White County to get out of the way there as he was the closest guy to the ball, and he just kind of jolted out of there. Didn't want to hit him in his helmet and have one of the Lions come up with it. But let's see what this Lions defense has as they stopped Carmi last time. Ready to see what they have for them this time. And don't really expect Ethan Mahan to throw the ball a lot as much as he is to run it.
Carmi hasn't really got that tricky on offense tonight. It's been a lot of runs up the middle. We've seen a couple of pass plays from Mahan, but here they are with Kit Harris behind Mahan and Simon to his right. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Mahan, bubble screen to Reeder. Reeder makes a catch, turns upfield. Reeder with a block from Simon. Burst of speed by Reeder. First down, Bulldogs. How about the Jets there by Jaden Reeder?
That was a good change of speed there as he turned on the Jets really quick there and got through a couple of the holes that were collapsing very quickly. But Jaden Reeder is small enough to kind of fit through anything as he got a Carmi-White County first down, and this is not what you want to see here for Edwards County if you're on the defensive side of the ball.
Very Le'Veon Bell-like there by Jaden Reeder. Waited for the holes to open up and shot through them and got all the way up to the Edwards County 37-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Carmi with 7:13 and counting to go here in the second quarter. Carmi leads 8-0.
That was a good comparison to Le'Veon Bell there. Just thought I'd point that out.
Mahan keeps it, runs up the middle. He's got a couple of blockers, stiffs arms a man, and a nice tackle. Well, tackles, I should say. That was Cowger, the first one there, and Jordan Brock drug him down. A gain of about 1, if that, for Mahan.
if you're Edwards County there, you got to be really happy with Camden Cowger making that tackle there, because Meet the Mahan's fast enough to outrun just about anybody on this defense. If he would have got the edge, kind of like a Luke Simon play, like we seen earlier, but Camden kind of redeeming himself after getting juked earlier in the quarter.
So no gain there on the run by Mahan. 2nd down and 10 from the Edwards County 37-yard line. 8-0 Carmi. 6:20 to go in the first half. Mahan gives it off to Reeder. A jet sweep once again. Reeder tries to go inside, and another nice open field tackle made. That was Jordan Brock. And it's going to bring up 3rd and long here for Carmi. A rare one of that.
That was a good tackle there by Jordan Brock, but a good read there by Jordan Reeder. Just kind of the whole collapsed a little bit too soon. But if he could have got past there, I think we'd be seeing a Carmi first down again.
Under 6 to go here in the second. Carmi with the football, up by 8. 3rd down and 9 from the Edwards County 36. Might be 4-down territory here for Carmi if they don't get this.
I could see that.
Mahan takes a snap. He's going to roll to his left. He's got time, and he's going to He's going to get the pass off and saves a sack. Thought he was going to be sacked in the backfield. That was Bateman, the first one there. But he did throw it in the direction of Simon. It's going to bring up 4th and 9. And Carmi's going to keep their offense out there.
Honestly, that wasn't a bad throw for him going down like that. Carson Wentz made a play similar to that last week against Atlanta. So I wouldn't have been surprised to see him make that pass. But Simon had his man beat. Number 21, I believe, is Dylan Rhodes, a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check my roster.
Well, more or less, it saves a sack. Instead of being sacked for a couple yard loss, it just stops the clock, no gain, and it's going to bring up 4th and 9. And looks like Carmi, they're going to be in the normal spread offense. So here we go, 4th and 9 from the Edwards County 36, and the Lions stop him once again.
Watch Atterbury on the bottom of your screen. Got no one but Sinnott in front of him. And a timeout.
Yeah, they're going to try to get him a jump off sides, but we'll see what they draw up here. 4th and 9. We'll step aside for a short break. You're watching high school football on News Channel 15.
If you're looking for the best barbecue around, look no further than Hog Heaven Barbecue, 411 West 9th Street, Mount Carmel. Rick Marshall and the staff have been cooking up the best pork, ribs, and chicken since 1987. Hog Heaven Barbecue is a full-service family restaurant serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Be sure to check out our delicious buffet and salad bar. And it's not just barbecue at Hog Heaven. Enjoy our steaks, burgers, catfish, homemade pies, and desserts. Also check out our barbecue and fry special for just $5. Hog Heaven Barbecue, 411 West 9th Street, Mount Carmel.
Cole Carter alongside Drew Pountain back here at Carmi-White County High School. 5.5 to go in the second quarter, and the Bulldogs lead Edwards County 8-0. And it's going to be 4th and 9 at the Edwards County 36-yard line. Carmi just called a timeout, and we're going to see what they draw up here offensively. 4th and 9. Edwards County needs a stop.
Got Camden Cowger on Luke Simon here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they go to that matchup.
Mahan back to pass. He's got time. Steps up, throws one down the field for Simon. Tipped and incomplete. Simon almost caught it off the deflection. It hits the ground. Turnover on downs, and the Lions once again get a big defensive stop.
I think that if there was someone in front of Luke Simon there, and I don't think I think that if he's not there, I think Luke Simon makes that catch.
Yeah, Simon was open. There was a little bit of a spot that he was in between the defenders. Mahan with a nice pass, and it was Stinnett who made the deflection. And so the Lions, once again, with a big 4th down stop, they can try to tie the ball game up on offense.
Still plenty of time here, under 5.5 minutes, but I think Carmi has 1 timeout and Edwards County has 2, but still, I mean, under 5.5 minutes here, if they play the clock smartly, they could go down and score and not let Carmi have the ball back, because they get it in the second half.
2 receivers out wide to the right for Sinnott, 1 to his left. Takes a snap. He's going to give it off to Bateman up the middle, and not much room for Keith Bateman. He's going to get pushed back. And then really, all in all, in this first half, the Bulldog defensive line in the front seven has done a really good job of not giving Keith Bateman a whole lot of room. Edwards County has not ran the ball very well up the middle.
No, they haven't, and it's still an 8-0 ball game. I know we've seen Carmi-White County just march down the field here a couple times, but it's been the resiliency of this Edwards County defense, and I think both teams are looking forward to halftime here as we are under 5 minutes left, and I'm ready to see Marcus Stinnett throw the ball a little bit more than what he has been.
Stinnett takes a snap. He's going to throw a pump fake on a bubble screen, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete, looking for Cowger. They faked a screen, which they've gone to a couple of times tonight. Cowger was open over the middle, but Stinnett threw just a little bit out, too much in front. And you got to think, if you're Joe Rivers, Stinnett has has looked better at times, but he has not looked that great in the passing game tonight so far.
No, and it comes back to no Eli Grimes, which is making them throw the ball a little bit more. And I think that more in the second half, whenever time starts to kind of become more of a factor here, we're going to see Marcus Sennett throw, and I think that's whenever we're going to see what this game has to offer, because I think this game really relies on Marcus Sennett.
3rd and 9. Sennett runs the option, pitches over to St. Ledger. St. Ledger gets a couple of blocks, but he will not get the first down. Gets across the 40, call it the 41.
One of the things I've noticed that Ryan St. Ledger is not good at is that he's not good at catching the ball while it's still in motion. A lot of the times he'll catch it, he'll stop to catch it, and then take off, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but he did it there, and not a lot of yards there. It's going on 4th down.
So Edwards County is going to punt once again. Jaden Reeder, the lone Bulldog back. The Bulldogs might try to block this punt. They've got 10 guys up there near the line of scrimmage. Roberts is going to get it away. Goes to the right side. Bulldogs once again will get away from it. And it will bounce, take a Carmi bounce back at about the 44-yard line. So once again, good position here for the Bulldogs offensively, and they will try to extend their 8-0 lead. Once again, Carmi's defense comes up big.
Yeah, this Carmi-White County defense has played really well against an Edwards County offense, but if you're Zeke Roberts there and you see Carmi is getting ready to run at you, I'm surprised he didn't get that quick punt off a little bit quicker than what he did. He got it out fairly quick, but that's got to be scary here after watching Marcus Sennett just be consistently under pressure.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 45-yard line.
It's starting to become a game of field position as no team has, Edwards County once has started behind the 20.
Surprised how much defense has rolled this game so far. Here's Simon up the middle, and Simon takes a couple of Lions with him up to the 49-yard line.
Number 52, Zach Lewis. He was on the team a couple years ago, transferred to Alney, then came back. He's played a very vital role here with the absence of players like Marty Schmittler and Hunter Mabry. Kind of that leadership role here, as he's a very big guy, very athletic, and very talkative. But he also likes to kind of joke around a little bit. But Carmi again with another run for 4 yards. They've just been running all over this Edwards County defense.
So 2nd down and 6, under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Carmi leads Edwards County 8-0. Mahan in the shotgun. Takes a snap, and he's going to keep it on the option up the middle, and he probably should have handed it off. Good job by Edwards County, 63. That was Zed Markman, and 65, Zane Hayes making the tackle. About a 1-yard pickup for Mahan. 3rd down and 4. See if Edwards County can once again get a big stop.
I think Edwards County is just more or less keeping 2 guys right there for Ethan Mahan, because it's going to take more than 1 guy to tackle him. I think we've only seen one time tonight where he's been tackled by 1 man, and that was Camden Calger, and he literally had almost his whole jersey off of Ethan Mahan's back as he brought him down, as Jordan Brock had to come and take him to the ground.
So 3rd down and 4, Mahan in the shotgun. Bubble screen out to Reeder. Reeder's got blockers in front. Reeder's going to have the first down as he's going to be tackled at about the 42-yard line. But the first down mark was at the 45. Bulldogs move the chains once again.
This Edwards County defense, just whenever they start to look good, they turn it and allow a first down or a couple-yard run, as Ethan Mahan has been passing and running all over this team as much as Luke Simon and Jordan Reeder have been. I'm glad to see Jordan Reeder back and healthy, as he's been a very big part of this offense with him running and catching bubble screens and the double handoffs. He hasn't had I don't think he's maybe lost yardage once or been held to a couple yards, but he's mostly whenever Jordan Reeder has the ball, he's going to break it for a couple.
Carmi turned it over twice last week at CZR. They've yet to turn it over here in this first half. Under 3 to go here in the first half. Carmi leads 8-0. Mahan takes a snap, gives it off to Reeder to the right side. Reeder looking for some room, goes inside, tries to bounce it back outside, and good pursuit by the Lions defense, but Reeder's going to pick up about 5 on the play.
Got an Edwards County player slow to get up. Okay, they get up. But like I said, Jordan Reeder playing a very vital role in this offense. They leaving kind of this Edwards County defense on its toes here. They could go with Mahan, go to Reeder, or go to Simon. They're 3 playmakers that they have on offense, and all of them are very capable of breaking it big for a touchdown.
You mentioned an Edwards County player slow to get up. That was Jordan Brock. He has been grimacing for the majority of the second half. Not sure there's some sort of injury that Brock is fighting through, but he is seemed to be in a lot of pain so far in this first half, but he's staying in there.
He's a very tough guy.
Mahan takes a snap, gives it off to Reeder again. Reeder tries to bounce it outside, and once again, good pursuit by the Lions defense. That was number 63, Zed Markman, the senior, with a good job scraping over and making the tackle. Losing a couple yards there was the Bulldogs. Going to bring up third down, about 7.
Zed has worked on his body a lot this summer, as we're going to have a timeout against Carmi.
We'll keep it here on the timeout. Go ahead and continue what you were saying about Zed Markman.
Zed Markman, he came in the last year. He weighed, I don't know what they have him down, but I mean, he's lost a lot of weight and put it back on with muscle. I think he was a farmer this year. Let's see, he is listed at 200 pounds. Zed Markman was more of an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman, has transformed his body into becoming more of a linebacker role. I think he does still play some defensive line, but I mean, he's one of the vital parts of this defense. We haven't said his name a lot here outside of the couple plays, but Zed Markman is a really good guy, and you're seeing it here as he's been right there for Edwards County as Jordan Brock is on a knee, and I wonder what Joe Rivers is going to do here as it looks like all the focus is on him.
Well, yeah, I think, if you're the Lions right now, Jordan Brock being a little shaken up, he's staying in there, but you're already down Eli Grimes. You can't afford to lose a guy like Jordan Brock, who is one of those players that doesn't leave the field if you're Edwards County. You just want to stay healthy for another minute 31. Try to get this football down the field. Or try to get the football back, I should say. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for Carmi.
And he's one of those guys that has a has a multiple purpose role on the offense. He can run the ball, he can catch the ball. I think he plays mostly tight end mainly, but he can block very well, and he's obviously a big part of the defense as well as the linebacker.
3rd and 7. Mahan going to throw, looks right, pump fake. He's going to try to step up. He's got pressure in his face, throws it backwards. That's a lateral. This is going to be a touchdown for Edwards County if no one picks it up. This is going to be Camden Calger, and Mahan is going to chase him down. Penalty flag is down. That was a backwards pass. The Bulldogs didn't know it. That's going to be a fumble, and Camden Calger picked it up and ran it all the way back to the 20-yard line. Mahan, who threw the pass, made the tackle, will check the flag.
I wonder if this is going to be more of a no, because I don't think it'd be an intentional grounding because it was a fumble, unless that's what it's called, and they're going to call it a no fumble because he kind of threw it up in the air.
Well, it might just be they might just pick up the flag, might thinking that it was just a forward pass when they threw the flag, but we'll see what the official does. They're going to pick it up.
Yeah, I think that, because I was wondering, I was like, are they not
pick up the flag?
I was wondering if they were going to call that too, but as you acknowledged, Cole as a fumble as a backward pass.
Well, big change of momentum right here. This goes from the Edwards County, I believe, the 37-yard line. And if you're Ethan Mahan, it's not a bad play. Just trying to throw the football away, but got to throw it forward. That is a tough play there for Carmi, because now it's 1st and 10 for Edwards County at the 22. And a heads up play by Mahan. Mahan, if he doesn't get up and run down Calger picks it up and runs back for a touchdown.
Yeah, because there was no one that was back there for Carmi. They were all surprised, thinking that the play was dead.
Stennett in the shotgun. 1st and 10 for Edwards County after the fumble. They run the option. He's going to keep it, run up the middle, and he's got about 3 maroon jerseys dragging him down. And it's going to take us down to the 1-minute mark here in the first half.
I was really surprised to see Stennett not pass it there, as he took it in the middle when, like you said, was met by 3 maroon jerseys, as we're under a minute here, and this offense is not looking like it's in any hurry, as Carmi does get the ball to receive the second half. Or start off the second half.
I think if you're Edwards County, you got to get one in the end zone here. At least takes a couple shots at the end zone before this half is over. And no urgency here from Joe Rivers and the ball club. 43 seconds and ticking here, and they're just taking their time getting in between plays.
I do think Zeke Roberts is in field goal range, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen him hit a couple of them out here, but still, you want to get an end zone here.
Stennett throws to the right side. There's Calger. He's got no blockers in front, and the Bulldogs are all over. Great gang tackling by Carmi, and we're going to see a timeout here from Joe Rivers and the Edwards County Lions. We'll take one as well. 19 seconds left here in the first half. You're watching high school football on News Channel 15.
So, what's your story? Looking for a cost-effective way to begin your college career? One that's close to home? Or are you still unsure of a career direction? Here's the answer. The 4 Illinois Eastern Community Colleges. With 100 certificate and associate degrees in career and technical fields, many online and many transferable. Frontier Community, Lincoln Trail, Olney Central, Wabash Valley. 4 colleges, 1 mission. Let us help write your life story. Check us out online at iecc.edu.
For over a century, Mount Carmel Public Utility Company has served Wabash County with safe and reliable energy. And now we're there for you in a whole new way. Introducing our new Smart Hub app. The free app lets you access your account 24 hours a day right from your fingertips. Receive email notifications when a new bill is issued and pay that bill directly online, anywhere, anytime. Access your usage history and more. Download the Smart Hub app today at mtcpu.com. Just another way Mount Carmel Public Utility Company serves our neighbors, families, and friends.
19 seconds left here in the second quarter. Carmi leads 8-0, but after a big fumble return by Edwards County, it's 3rd down and 12 for the Lions at the Carmi 24. You got to think, Drew, the play calling's been questionable here for Edwards County on this drive. They have not been very urgent offensively. They do have one timeout left. Carmi none. And Edwards County will have a couple shots in the end zone here to the end of the first half.
You know, I'm really surprised to see no urgency from this Edwards County offense. They just stood around there for a good solid 20 seconds trying to decide what play to call there. No timeout, no urgency to the offensive line here as Marcus Sennett has it.
Sennett back to pass, steps up. He's got pressure in his face. He runs up, going for the sideline, and a heads-up play by Camden Calgar knocks out an official on his way out of bounds. As that was 54 Eric Mills who made the tackle out of bounds. 18 seconds on the clock. Well, that can't be right. Maybe some clock malfunction there because there was 19 seconds before that play, and now the clock shows 18.7. I'm not sure if anybody on the field notices that.
I think Edwards County is more or less trying to. Oh, never mind.
Well, Edwards County catches up. I mean, the clock stopped either way, but there should be, I'd say, probably closer to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That was about a 9-second play or so.
And it comes back to the blocking once again. Marcus Sennett didn't have a lot of time in the pocket, but he takes so long in the pocket because he has to look through all of his reads. But a heads-up play there as he steps up in the pocket. None of the officials are noticing the clock, which is kind of surprising here.
Sennett on 4th down, throws one of the end zone for Calgar. It is intercepted in the end zone by Quentin Sutton. The referee says touchdown, but it's going to be an interception by Quentin Sutton in the back of the end zone. What a phenomenal play by the junior. And it's a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for Carmi. What are they going to say? The official now says incomplete. We're going to call an interception by Quentin Sutton. 1st down, Bulldogs.
See, there's a lot of different things here because in NFL, you got to get 2 feet down, but in college, you got to get 1. So I'm not for sure what the play call here or what the official ruling
They do call an interception because they marked the ball off the 20-yard line. What a play by Quentin Sutton.
Yeah.
Camden Calgar almost had him boxed out like you would a rebound. But Sutton, who's a couple inches shorter than Calgar, went up and made the catch, got a foot down inbounds. And that's an exciting end of this first half for Carmi, assuming they'll sit on this one and take it into the locker room with a surprising 8-0 lead. I thought we'd see a lot more offense than just these 8 points here in the first 24 minutes.
Sorry, Cole, especially after everyone just marched down the field on each other. But Marcus Sennett overthrew Camden Calgar there as he did play kind of a defensive role there before the offense. So I think if Marcus Sennett makes that pass on the money, we're seeing Edwards County go for 2 here as everyone heads to the locker room.
That's going to end the first half. It's 8-0. Carmi has been a surprising defensive battle thus far, but hopefully you see a lot of fireworks in this second half. We'll step aside for a short break. You're watching high school football on News Channel 15.
The Tri-State source for alternative rock is 89.1 The Bash. Connect with us wherever you are on social. Listen live on our free mobile apps, online, or on TuneIn. We are today's hit alternative, 89.1 The Bash.
What I enjoy most about being a midwife and why I chose this career path is because I really enjoy taking care of women in all aspects of life. Services that I look forward to providing here are STD testing, birth control, hormone replacement, pap smears, pessaries for urinary tract issues, and of course obstetrical care. I'm currently accepting new patients, and I'm available Monday through Friday here in Olney, and I can't wait to get started and see more patients in the community.
Welcome Welcome back here at halftime in Carmi. The Bulldogs lead Edwards County 8-0 after the first 24 minutes of play. It's been a surprising defensive battle. We thought we were going to come out here and see 20 points put up by both teams after the first two quarters, but instead it's been the battle of the defenses. Both teams have had multiple big fourth down stops. Edwards County had a good first drive, didn't get much going before that interception, or after the interception, I should say, on that first drive, and then Carmi's defense has really stepped up, and their offense looked pretty good as well.
Yeah, it did. Sorry, as I adjust my mic back. Yes, it did. The running game has been a very key part for both of these teams, as we haven't really seen a lot of passing here, as the last pass attempt of the first half was by Marcus Sint, and it was intercepted by a Carmi-White County player, as that was Quentin Sutton, the 5'8 junior. But, yeah, like you said, both teams marched down the field on their first couple of possessions, as Edwards County threw a late interception, as John Simon made a beautiful interception and a nice return, too. But if you're Edwards County, you just got to have a better play calling set up here, as they had no urgency at the end of the second quarter, as they had the ball after a fumble that was marked a fumble by Carmi-White County. But if you're Carmi, you just got to keep your defense steady here and don't let them give up any more big plays, because they've held Edwards County to 0 points still in the second half, but they have let Edwards County kind of march down the field a couple of times here. So ready to see what is going to happen for the remaining of the game.
We've talked about it, and the trust between Joe Rivers and Marcus Sennett. How much trust does Joe Rivers have in his quarterback? Because, we talked about it, Sennett can throw. Sennett's a good quarterback. He can throw the ball pretty well, but just a matter of how many times they're going to pass the ball during the game. And, well, we've seen him throw it at times, and Marcus Sennett has not looked that great thus far. I don't think he's completed a pass yet. So with that being said, especially if the Lions get down by multiple scores, do you think they'll try to throw the ball more, or just go back to the running game as they did in the first half?
I do think they'll start to throw the ball a little bit more. Marcus Sennett usually does not have a very good first couple of passes. It takes him a couple passes to kind of get into the flow of things, but I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see if Edwards County's first drive, them kind of open up with a bubble screen here, maybe a deep pass play, but I definitely expect them to target Camden Calgar a lot more than what they have been. He hasn't been a very big part of their offense yet in this game, but is one of their leading receivers here for this Edwards County team, as him and Marcus Sennett are, I believe, close in real life and close on the football field, as he targets him most of the time. If that ball is in the air, 9 times out of 10 is going to Camden Calgar.
Hey, he talks about it earlier, trying to think, forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, so, you mentioned it, Edwards County, they scored all 21 of their points last week against Cesar in the third quarter. They had a big offensive explosion in that third quarter. Do you think we'll see that again tonight, or do you think that it's just going to be more of the same offense we saw in the first half?
I think it's going to be more of the offense, but I think more of a passing attack here. But it wasn't just the offense for Edwards County, it's more the defense creating turnovers. They might kind of be a second half team to start off the year, but I don't really expect Edwards County to come out like they did last week. But who knows, it took them, I think they started their offense around the 5-minute mark of the third quarter, and that's whenever they kind of just took off and scored those 21 points. But if you're going to see any offense from Edwards County, it's going to come from the defensive side first, stopping Carmi-White County, as Ethan Mahan and Luke Simon have been all over this field as much as Jaden Reeder has been too.
Well, we saw Edwards County have a couple of big stops there. There was 2 fourth downs. The Carmi didn't convert, and then the backwards pass that was picked up and returned by Camden Calgar to the 20-yard line. There's a couple of plays. Edwards County, you got to give credit to the defense. It's been very much of a bend don't break situation. Carmi has had a couple of big plays. They've drove the ball down the field very well, but it's been, when it comes down to that fourth down late in the drive, Edwards County has stepped up big time.
Yes, it did. I like your kind of thing there, bend don't break, is that I think that's what Edwards County kind of lives by here on the offensive side and the defensive side. But yeah, this defense, they've had a lot of the bend and break don't break moments, only allowing the 1 touchdown play, and it was really early in the first quarter, I believe. Wasn't it on their first drive?
Yep, Carmi's first drive after the interception.
So I'm excited to see what the rest of this game has to offer, as we are under 3.5 minutes left before the start of the second half.
So we'll go ahead and step aside, get things ready for the second half of football between 2-1 Carmi and 1-2 Edwards County. You're watching high school football on News Channel 15.
News Channel 15 is now available on the Roku and Apple TV smart devices. Log on to facebook.com/my15news to learn more.
I didn't want to go to community college because it was too small, too limiting.
I wanted a place where I could expand my horizons and gain experiences for a strong future.
Where I could meet people from other places and learn about them.
A college choice that meant a strong start, not huge debt.
Where I would have the support I needed.
Where teachers knew my name and worked with me on a personal level.
And people were ready and available to help me plan my future.
That's why I choose my community college.
Welcome back to Carmi. Cole Carter alongside Drew Poughton, getting set for the second half of action here between Carmi and Edwards County. A defensive battle to the first two quarters, and hoping to see some offensive fireworks here in the second half. Still lots of football left. Both teams have looked pretty impressive on both sides of the ball. You know, both teams have moved the ball well, but once again, both teams have made a couple of big defensive stops. And talk about it, Carmi's going to get the ball to start the second half. As their first score of the game came off of a Luke Simon interception and a long drive that finished in a Luke Simon 5-yard touchdown run. So Edwards County will look to try to get a stop to start the second half.
Cole, how are you today?
It's been a long day, Drew, but you know I'm doing what I love, broadcasting some football, and hopefully have a pretty good game here in the second half. Luke Simon going to field the kick from his own 23-yard line up the middle, and he'll make a couple of Lions miss out to about the 34-yard line. How's your day going, Drew?
Very long. Had to get up at 8 and then go to work, and then get off till 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's been quite as long, but like you said, doing what we love. That's what I look forward to every week.
Yep, that's right. Big thanks to Kyle Peach and the crew back there at Wabash Valley College that allowed us to do this, allow us to go around to high schools around the area and get some broadcasting reps.
I believe he just hit 40 a couple weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Happy late birthday to Kyle. Kyle's a great guy.
Getting old, though.
Don't tell him that, though.
No.
Don't tell him that.
He's lost some hair. I seen a picture on Facebook where he had a full head of hair, and it's just looking at him now. Love it, Kyle.
First and 10 for Carmi. Mahan's going to run the quarterback run on a zone, and he'll break one tackle and still running. Gets across the 35-yard line.
Number 55, I believe that's Kinsler Medler. We said his name a couple of times here, but he's getting, he got aggravated, but no one has been able to tackle Ethan Mahan here one-on-one, mano-y-mano. He is that hard to bring down, and he will run over you. He will make a move to get past you. He is one of those guys that is going to take multiple people. He kind of has that like Reggie Bush, like Damian Tomlinson kind of feel like he can run you over or he can outrun you.
Second down and 5. That was a gain of a 5 for Mahan. And Mahan's going to hand off to Simon up the middle. And a nice tackle made off the edge for Edwards County. That was, I believe,
Zed Markman.
63. Zed Markman. We've heard his name a couple times tonight. And Drew, going back to what you said about Ethan Mahan and breaking the tackles, you know, talking to Kurt Simon, the coach in the offseason, he said the biggest thing for his team this year is to be able to make plays in the open field. A lot of times last year they had one-on-ones and it was the defense that always won those battles. But he feels confident in his sophomore running back and his senior quarterback that they can make those open field tackle or make those moves in the open field, which we've seen a couple of times tonight,
we have.
And try to score.
Yeah, we have. We've seen a lot of very good moves here as Edwards County running a man press here. I wouldn't be surprised to see them pass it here to Luke Simon.
3rd and 3, fakes the screen, and a Statue of Liberty play on a handoff to Jaden Rear, but the Lions do a great job of reading it. He's going to be close to a first down. I think he's about half a yard short.
That was a beautiful play. He got me there. I expected him to pass it because Edwards County, they're starting at number 21 in the absence of Eli Grimes, number 21, Dylan Rhodes, a sophomore player. That's who they are starting at cornerback. As Zed Markman, I think he was a little shaken up after the tackle of Luke Simon holding his right arm. And you definitely hate to see that. We said his name a lot here from the second quarter on, and he's been a big play, and they give them the Bulldogs the first down.
Yeah, the first down marker was the 44, and they marked Reader out at the 44. So they just went ahead and gave Carmi their first down. It would have been 4th and about 2 inches. Yeah, so the Bulldogs get their first down of the second half.
You can't be mad at that. I mean, it was good defense all around, and it was a good offense.
But a great job by Edwards County to read that play, even though it was a trick play by Carmi. And that's a play that's going to go for a lot of yards, but the Lions did a good job of seeing it and making the tackle despite Carmi getting the first down. So 1st and 10 for Carmi at the 44-yard line. Mahan's going to keep it, fakes the run, goes up the middle, gets across midfield. Here he goes, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Carmi-White County. Ethan Mahan goes 56 yards.
That is a beautiful blocking by Carmi-White County. That is the biggest thing for the run game, is the blocking, and Ethan Mahan read his blocks very well. Burst through the hole, made a man miss, and he was off to the races, 56 yards, and a Carmi-White County flag comes out here. Cheerleaders running here.
That was a great patience job by Ethan Mahan, very Le'Veon Bell-like, waiting for those holes to open up, and as soon as he saw a lane, bursted right through it and took it 56 yards to the house, and Carmi has extended their lead. It's now 14-0, and they'll go for two here with 10:24 left in the third quarter.
I said Le'Veon Bell a lot here. I know you're a Steelers fan, but I mean, he plays for the Jets now, man.
I've seen a lot of Le'Veon Bell play, though. I know that patience game.
Oh, yeah.
Mahan will roll right on the two-point play and complete it to Jaden Reeder for the two-point reception. No dropping problems there for Jaden Reeder, and Carmi extends their lead to 16-0 here at the 10:24 mark in the third quarter. We'll step aside for a short break. Carmi leads Edwards County 16-0 here on News Channel 15.
At First National Bank, we are committed to providing our customers with superior customer service. Whether in person or over the phone, our goal is to provide a positive customer experience each and every day. Give us a call or stop in one of our local branches today.
H&R Block, 615 North Walnut in Mount Carmel is a proud supporter of the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. H&R Block has been preparing taxes since 1955, and no return is too complicated for them. Getting the most back for you starts with getting the most expertise for bankruptcy, corporations, estates, farms, and lots of other needs. Their phone number is 618-262-5932. That's 618-262-5932. H&R Block, you've come to the right place. Go Aces from everyone at H&R Block in Mount Carmel.
Back here at Carmi, 10:24 left in the third quarter. Ethan Mahan with a 56-yard touchdown run. The two-point conversion was good on a pass from Mahan to Jaden Reeder, and the Bulldogs on their first drive just took over 2.5 minutes, or a minute and a half off the clock, I should say, and extend their lead to 16-0. So Mahan will kick it away. It's going to be Ryan St. Ledger on the return.
So you want returning it for Edwards County.
St. Ledger gets across the 35, and we'll see what the Lion offense can pull together here. They had an impressive first drive back in the first half, but really did not have much going for them offensively. Multiple 3-and-outs, multiple punts, and a couple of interceptions as well.
I believe if you're Joe Rivers, you are giving Marcus Sinnott the pep talk of his life right now. Last year their team was full of seniors, and he let Marcus Sinnott come out here like a 3-year starter, like you have said a couple times tonight. But you let Marcus Sinnott come out here, prove what he is worth, and I believe Marcus Sinnott is going to have a big second half here, and at least that's what they need for Edwards County to come back from this 16-0 deficit real soon.
This is a big drive for Edwards County, trying to cut this deficit in half. Stennett hands it off to Ryan St. Ledger up the middle, and St. Ledger powers his way up to the 44-yard line, pick up about 8 yards, brings up second down and short.
That was a good hold there, and it was a really good read from St. Ledger. I didn't know if it was mainly of an option or if it was just going solely to St. Ledger there, but Ryan St. Ledger's done a fairly decent job here filling in for the injured Eli Grimes, both offensively and defensively, as we've seen a sophomore out there for Grimes. But Edwards County looking like they can kind of roll out here without Eli Grimes and try to get him back healthy as possible.
Second down and a yard for Edwards County at their own 45. And the shotgun is Stennett. Waiting for the snap. Almost got the Bulldogs jump off sides. Now is going to keep it on the option. Gets to the outside. Got a couple of blockers in front. Stennett jukes to the inside. He's in the open field. Stennett, 25-20, turns on the Jets, and he is going to make it all the way down to the 2-yard line. First and goal, Edwards County. Kit Harris saves the touchdown. That's the spark you need for the Lions offense.
Kind of pulling off his Ethan Mahan there, as that was a beautiful blocking by Edwards County. Blocking, I've said it multiple times throughout my short broadcasting career, said it multiple times tonight. Blocking is the biggest reason for big runs, as there was beautiful blocking there. Make a couple man miss there for Carmi-White County, as I'm excited to see what this ECHS offense has to offer.
We'll see what the Lions draw up here. 9-minute mark here in the third quarter. Stennett takes a snap, gives off to St. Ledger. Up the middle. He is going to be hit initially. Where'd they mark him down at? They're going to say he's down at the 1 yard line, gain about a yard.
That was a good defensive stand there for this Carmi-White County defense after allowing that big run from Stinnett. But I wouldn't be surprised to see them kind of fake it to Stinnett for a bubble screen, or fake it to Stinnett, fake it to St. Ledger, hit Camden Calgary for a bubble screen.
2nd down and goal from the 1 yard line. Edwards County trying to cut this lead in half for Carmi. They go under center for the first time tonight. Stinnett, quarterback sneak. And it is an Edwards County. We're looking to mark him at. Touchdown, Edwards County. Touchdown, Lions at the 8:27 mark here in the 3rd quarter. And they cut this Bulldog lead down to 16-6 with a 2-point play to come.
Oh, wow. This was the offensive game we were expecting as it's coming in the 3rd quarter, as Edwards County scored a lot of their points last week in the 3rd quarter. Carmi kind of showing what they're made of here as Edwards County finally getting something on the board here early in the 2nd half.
Well, that run by Stinnett might just be the spark the Lions needed offensively as they score 2 plays later on the quarterback sneak by Marcus Stinnett. So now they'll go for 2. This is a big 2-point play. It would make it a 1-score game.
First one's always the hardest. That's what I've always been told.
Stinnett, play action, rolls to his right, throws for Calgary. He makes a sliding catch in the end zone. And the Lions cut the deficit down to 16-8 at the 8:27 mark here in the 3rd quarter. We'll step aside. We got an action-packed game coming your way right here on News Channel 15.
If you're looking for the best barbecue around, look no further than Hog Heaven Barbecue, 411 West 9th Street, Mount Carmel. Rick Marshall and the staff have been cooking up the best pork, ribs, and chicken since 1987. Hog Heaven Barbecue is a full-service family restaurant serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Be sure to check out our delicious buffet and salad bar. And it's not just barbecue at Hog Heaven. Enjoy our steaks, burgers, catfish, homemade pies, and desserts. Also check out our barbecue and fry special for just $5. Hog Heaven Barbecue, 411 West 9th Street, Mount Carmel.
So, what's your story? Looking for a cost-effective way to begin your college career? One that's close to home? Or are you still unsure of a career direction? Here's the answer. The 4 Illinois Eastern Community Colleges. With 100 certificate and associate degrees in career and technical fields, many online and many transferable. Frontier Community, Lincoln Trail, Olney Central, Wabash Valley. 4 colleges, 1 mission. Let us help write your life story. Check us out online at iecc.edu.
Number 14, Zeke.
Welcome back here to Carmi. It's 16-8 now. Carmi after the long run by Marcus Stinnett, and he capped it off with a 1-yard run. And the 2-point play was good on a pass from Stinnett to Calgary. So now it's 16-8. 8.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Bulldogs will get the ball back. Nice kick by Roberts. Reeder makes a catch at the 15-yard line. Reeder looking for some blocks up the middle, and Reeder runs into his own man at the 34-yard line. Not a bad return by Reeder. Be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
This trend for Carmi of having good field position to start off each drive has continued here, as I believe he's up almost to the 40-yard line, if I'm not mistaken.
It's
35, sorry. But it hasn't necessarily been bad special team or turnovers. I'm sorry, I couldn't get the word out. Turnovers as much as has it been good special teams for Carmi-White County. I wonder what this game would look like if the special teams was just a little bit worse than what it has been.
Well, Drew, we'll give your brother a quick shout out right there. Number 40, Isaiah Pount made the tackle on that play.
Woo-woo!
Some brotherly love right there. 1st and 10 for Carmi at their own 34-yard line. Mahan will tuck it and run up the middle, much like he did on the last play for the touchdown. Gets up to the 39-yard line, pick up about 4.
I challenged him to make me say his name tonight, and he came through there.
He came through.
Oh, yeah. That's some brotherly love right there. I'm all smiles over here. It's good to see him play. He doesn't get a lot of varsity snaps, but his varsity team is very good. I know they haven't shown in these past couple weeks, but this is a team that made the playoffs last year. They did lose a couple seniors, but
they were very senior heavy a year ago.
Yes, they were.
Finished the year 7-4, made it to the 2nd round of the playoffs. In the shotgun is Mahan. 3 receivers right, 1 to his left. Another quarterback run for Mahan up the middle, and that time the Lions were a lot quicker to it. About a 1-yard pickup, 3rd down. And we talked about it. Could that run by Stinnett kind of be the spark? Because here they are, the Lions, if they can get a stop here, they can try to get the ball back and drive in the field and tie the game.
They're showing a lot more of a kind of urgency than what they have been.
A little more hep in their step.
Yeah, they are. But going back to how hard Ethan Mahan is to tackle, let me grab my roster here. Zach Lewis was the first one to make that tackle. Let's see. Zach Lewis is a 5'10", 270-pound man and couldn't bring down Ethan Mahan by himself.
3rd and 3. Mahan, bubble screen out to Reeder, and Reeder makes one line miss. He's going to be close to the first down. I think he's going to be about a yard short. That was Camden Calgary who made the tackle. Jordan Brock almost got to him first. And Drew, we've talked about Jordan Brock, and he's shaking his right hand. Might be the injury he's been dealing with so far tonight.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about Jordan Brock. He's been the kind of star here, this unspoken star for this Edwards County team, as he's, like I said, shaking his hand and kind of taking some high knees here. Wonder what head coach Joe Rivers is going to do here.
4th and a yard for Carmi. They're in the wing tee. Brody Atterbury's under center. Atterbury gives it off to Mahan. He's up ahead. I don't know if he got there.
I don't know. This is going to be close. From my angle, it looks like he's short.
If the referee's marking is correct, it's going to be a first down, but we'll see where they put the football.
I think he's short.
He might be short. It's hard to tell where the sticks are from the far side of the field.
This is going to be close.
I can see Edwards County coach Russ Gerlach from the other side throwing his hands up saying, well, what are they going to rule it?
Because I think the first down's on like 39-yard line. They
first down, Carmi. Wow. That is a close call, but they had the ball marked just across the 40, that'd be the 44-yard line. And I'm surprised they didn't measure it, and I think, well, now they might measure it.
Yeah.
They said first down, but they're going to measure it first just to be safe, it looks like.
This is the second time tonight that these refs have had to make a very tough call. They made one earlier in the first half, and now they're going to measure it out. I mean, this is a big play.
I'm
glad to see that they're bringing the sticks out here, because this is going to be tough to judge. Let's see where they mark it.
So here is the measurement from the chains, and first down.
Had the nose of the
football, just barely enough for a first down. And so Edwards County will have to do it all over again. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Carmi at their own 44.
But if you're head coach Joe Rivers, you like what you see from your offense here. I mean, they're putting a lot more effort into the defensive side of the ball as much as offense. But just quicker to the snap, quicker to the ball, quicker to the ball carrier.
As far as effort, you got to be happy with what you've seen for Edwards County so far in this third quarter. So 3 receivers out wide to the right from Mahan. At Stubblefield, Harris, and Reeder. Mahan keeps it. And once again, good job by the Edwards County defensive line to make the tackle on Mahan. And Mahan seems to be grimacing a little bit.
Yeah, he took a helmet right to the hip there.
Yeah, probably just one of those, almost like getting punched in the stomach, it just
kind of like the wind getting knocked out of you.
Pain for a minute, but he's going to walk it off. And last week, Mahan ran the ball last week 20 times for 107 yards, and he took some vicious hits last week and didn't suffer any injuries, but there was a couple times where he had to be walked off the field and take a couple plays off. That's just kind of the nature of the game. That's the position that he plays. He takes a lot of big hits, and we'll see if he can make it to the full season in the position that he is right now. Jet sweep to Reeder once again, looking to the outside. Medler trying to make the tackle, and Reeder going to be stopped in his tracks. The Lions a good job pursuing east and west right there, making the tackle. Couldn't tell who it was. That was 55, Kinsler Medler once again. Going to be 3rd down, about 7 here for Carmi.
Going back to the Mahan thing, even whenever the last time I did the game against Sesser, he took a lot of hits. So I'm wondering kind of what they're going to be here, if they're going to move him back to running back halfway through the season, because I don't know.
I will say that the pass protection has been a lot better for Carmi tonight. He has not been essentially running for his life in the passing game, but when he has decided to take off on those quarterback runs, he's taking a couple of big hits.
I'm surprised they haven't gone back or done more passing plays. They've done a lot of the kind of the double handoffs, but not a lot of passes.
3rd and 7. Here's a pass play. He's got pressure behind him. Mahan going to try to tuck it and run, and he's tripped up. Nice play by number 90, Jordan Brock. It was number 81. That was Anton Linder, who was chasing Mahan in the backfield, and so the Bulldogs are going to be forced to punt, it looks like, here for the first time tonight.
Going back to Anton Linder, one of the other ACHS Lions that was hurt last year, tore his Achilles really early in the season, and kind of put a damper on things. I know he played offensive line last year, and looks like middle linebacker, taking over Hunter Mabry's spot as he's off to college. Are they going?
They might be going for it here. 4th and 7. They line up to go for it from their own 47. Now we might see them do a quick kick.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to do. He's going to back up one step and boot it away.
Oh,
and
wow.
there's nobody back there, but he might have kicked it too hard.
Yeah.
It's going to take an Edwards County bounce into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
That was a good kick there. I think he just put didn't put a lot of more power into it than what he should have, but it just took an Edwards County bounce.
So 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 20, and big drive right here. They had the long run by Sennett, followed by the quarterback sneak for a touchdown that kind of sparked their offense. What can they put together here on their second drive of the second half?
I expect to see a lot more options, maybe getting Ryan St. Ledger involved a little bit more than what he has been, but whenever Ryan St. Ledger has the ball, he's done a very nice job.
3:38 left here in the third quarter. Carmi leads Edwards County 16-8. Starting to see a little more offensive fireworks here in the second half. In the shotgun is Stennett. He's got St. Ledger next to him. Stennett gives it off to St. Ledger up the middle, and he's got nowhere to go. Titus Wood, the first Bulldog there to make the tackle. About a 1-yard gain. Brings up second down to 9.
And I believe if you're Joe Rivers here, you're preaching ball security here. Definitely don't want to see a fumble or an interception, especially this close to the Carmi-White County, the end zone of the Carmi-White County. So definitely don't want to see one of the interceptions here or a fumble. So I would rather see them kind of stall out here than throw or have a turnover.
Lions going spread once again in the shotgun is Stennett. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Stennett claps, takes a snap, and he's going to keep it. And he's got Bulldogs all over him, and he's going to be wrapped up at the 23-yard line. A late decision by Stennett. Didn't know if he wanted to hand it off or keep it. He's going to bring up third down.
The second time tonight where we've seen Stennett kind of make a last-second call, as last time it resulted in him bobbling it and almost fumbling the ball. But I think Marcus Stennett needs to work on a little bit more of his decision making, because one of these times he's not going to be able to get the ball out and he's going to fumble it, and it's going to be a big time play for the defense.
So 3rd and 6 for Edwards County at their own 24.
Man, almost under 2 minutes already.
And once again, this is going to be a big play, because if they don't get this, assuming they'll punt.
I don't think it's 4-down territory.
No, not yet. Not yet. Not this far in your own territory. I would assume so. You never know in high school football. You never know. In the shotgun is Marcus Stennett. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. He's going to go back to pass. He's got time. He's going to roll out to his right, though. He's being chased by, that was Bryson Moore, and Ty Stubblefield made the tackle. And not much of a gain there by Stennett. Kind of a questionable decision, and it's going to bring it 4th down at about 7.
I think they're going to go for it. I don't know if it looked like he got somewhat close to the
it's going to be a
marker.
Yeah, Joe Rivers is yet to, now he's going to send his punt team out there. Roberts runs out there. It's going to be 4th down, and they will punt. I think Rivers might have thought about it for a second, but he is going to decide to punt the football away.
Not a bad call either way.
No, it's too early in the game. You're too far in your own territory. Even though they do mark it 4th and 1, smart decision here by Rivers to punt the football away.
I believe if it was still 16-0, that we would still see the offense out there.
Yeah. So Roberts back to punt the football away. Good boot once again. It's going to be over the head of Jaden. Actually, Reeder's going to make the catch at the 39-yard line. Reeder looking for some room, and he's going to juke his way all the way to midfield. Not a bad return by a Reeder. About an 11-yard return. It'll be 1st and 10 for Carmi at midfield.
That was a good return there for Jaden Reeder there. As we have mentioned a couple times here, the special teams for Carmi-White County has been very good tonight against the Edwards County defense. And punt return, but with Zeke Roberts, when he has time, he does get a very good boot off a couple times. We've seen it a couple times here that they've had the punt, but definitely not a bad, not what you want to expect from offense, but not a bad play there.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at midfield. We have some whistles, and it's going to be a referee timeout, seeing what they are going to discuss here. Not sure what the discussion could be, but they got it figured out. We'll resume play.
I'm surprised to see them meeting, still thinking about that the clock at the end of the first half.
Mahan, bubble screen over to Luke Simon. Camden Calgary's there to make the tackle, and Simon's trying to run away from him. That's a phenomenal tackle by Camden Calgary.
He did not let go of his jersey. Luke Simon was carrying and dragging Camden Calgary all over the field on all those moves he made, but Camden doing a good job of not giving up on the play.
Well, we saw Calgary in a familiar situation there in the first half, and as you mentioned, he got his ankles torn up by Simon that time. Didn't let that happen, grabbed his jersey and held on for the tackle. No gain. They called about a half a yard loss. Going to bring up 2nd second down and 11.
I think Camden's made some very good plays here defensively since kind of having his ankles broken, as we say, or as us kids say nowadays. But Camden Calgary's been kind of put more efficiency on the defense side of the ball.
Double handoff. Here's Reeder to the left side. Reeder with Mahan blocking in front of him, and just about a 1 yard gain for Reeder. They're trying to. Bulldogs have surprisingly been a lot more of running east and west than north and south there. I think that's what the coaches are kind of saying to Jaden Reeder right now. You know, he more or less try to focus on going upfield instead of getting to the sideline, because that was really about a 2 yard gain there for Reeder. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
And I think that's what the double handoff is kind of meant for, kind of fake it for Simon to go around and just kind of sneak Jaden Reeder into the inside. As we've seen one of the couple times that they have taken it inside, Ethan Mahan broke it for a 56-yard touchdown. That gave them a bigger lead than what they had.
52 seconds on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 8 for Carmi. Mahan, he is going to keep it and look to throw. He runs to the right side, steps up, throws it over the middle. That is caught by Quentin Sutton for a Bulldog first down.
Beautiful play there by this Carmi-White County defense, and a beautiful throw on the run for Ethan Mahan. I'm ready to see him kind of open up his arm a little bit more here, and kind of hoping this turns into a shootout. I want to see what these quarterbacks have to offer here late in the game.
Quentin Sutton has really stepped up with the injury to Davinon. We saw him have the interception in the first half. Last week you saw a little bit of offensive action as he had some carries, had some big plays offensively, but makes a big catch right there for the first down. 1st and 10 for Carmi. 25 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. In the shotgun is Mahan. 2 running backs behind him. He is going to give it off to Reeder up the middle, and Reeder going to squeeze his way up to the 30-yard line, and that will probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
That's a good run there, running more of a north-south kind of play here. As like you said, I think this is going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Not as much scoring from Edwards County this time around on the 3rd quarter, but did get their first points in the 3rd quarter.
12 minutes left to play in this one. Carmi leads Edwards County 16-8. We'll step aside for a short break. You're watching high school football on News Channel 15.
On air, online, on social. Join News Channel 15 each weeknight for our look at local news, weather, and sports. Where Southern Illinois comes first, this is News Channel 15. News Channel 15 presents Sports Extra, a weekly look at local and area sports. See it Thursday nights at 6:30 on News Channel 15, also posted to our Facebook page. It's Sports Extra.
Welcome back to Carmi. Start of the 4th quarter here. Cole Carter and Drew Poughton, the Bulldogs, lead Edwards County 16-8. It'll be 1st and 10 for Carmi at the Edwards, or check that 2nd and 3 for Carmi at the 30-yard line of Edwards County. Here's a run by Jaden Reeder up the middle, and Reeder's going to be close to the first down marker. We'll see where they mark it.
Jaden Reeder, coming off of an injury last week, has had a very good game for this Carmi-White County defense. They're using him more as a running back this week as they did the last time I was here. They use him more of a receiver, but I think he's a very good running back as he sees the field very well for, what is he, 5'8", I believe so? 5'8"? Yep. Not a very big guy, but definitely sees the field very well.
So 3rd and short, assumingly 4-down territory here for Carmi in a time where Edwards County needs the football back. In the shotgun is Mahan. Takes the snap, and he's going to keep it, and he is going to be tackled in the backfield. A phenomenal play by that's going to be 95, I believe, Keith Bateman, making a huge tackle for Edwards County, pushing the Bulldogs back. 4th and 5 coming up.
First time tonight that Ethan Mahan has been tackled by just one man, and that's coming at a very crucial time here at pushing the 4th quarter. Under 11 minutes left now. It is 4th and 5.
So a big 4th down here. That's a huge tackle as far as yardage there on 3rd down. Now 4th down by Keith Bateman, and let's see what happens here on 4th and 5. Ball at the 31 of Edwards County. Lions need a stop big time. And Carmi is going to have to burn a timeout. And head coach Kurt Simon not too happy about that miscommunication offensively. With 10:39 left here in the 3rd quarter, we'll step aside. Bulldogs at Edwards County 16-8.
News Channel 15 is now available on the Roku and Apple TV smart devices. Log on to facebook.com/my15news to learn more. Here in Southern Illinois, we all know the weather can change in an instant. When severe weather strikes, you can count on the team at News Channel 15 to provide you the latest information to keep you and your family safe. From watches and warnings to storm spotter information with our direct link to the National Weather Service, the team at News Channel 15 is here to give you the most up-to-the-minute severe weather coverage, not only on air but also online and on our Facebook page. News Channel 15, putting Southern Illinois first.
10:39 left here in the ball game. Carmi leads Edwards County 16-8. A big 4th and 5 coming up here for Carmi. If the Lions can get a stop here, they can get the ball back and try to drive down the field and tie the game.
Wouldn't be surprised to see this EC team send an all-out blitz. They got man coverage all over the field.
They do bring pressure. The Bulldogs pick it up. Mahan throws down the field for Sutton. He dropped it. He had it for a split second. I believe Rhodes got a hand on it. It would have been a touchdown, but instead the Lions get a big defensive stop. 1st and 10, Edwards County.
That's one of those things you can't really blame the receiver there, because Dylan Rhodes made look like a very good read on the ball, just didn't get his hands on it, and Sutton, it hit him in his hands, but that was one of those things like he was surprised to have it hit him there.
Looked like Rhodes just got a finger on it to just enough mess with the trajectory of the pass, and a great throw by Mahan. Almost got in there to Sutton.
Pressure too.
And you can tell Sutton obviously frustrated with himself. His Bulldog teammates trying to pick him up and keep his focus on the next play. But that's a tough play. It's a tough, you got in a big game, a one-score game in the 4th quarter. It's very unfortunate to not make that catch.
And you don't want to be too hard on yourself here.
Oh,
you got to give props to the defense there, but definitely a play you would like to see caught, or a pass you'd like to see caught.
So now 1st and 10 for Edwards County. Stinnett is going to hand it off to Bateman up the middle. Correction, that's Ryan St. Ledger. And St. Ledger going to get up to the 31-yard line. About a 2-yard pickup. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
It's another one of those things where Marcus Stinnett making another late read. You would like to see your quarterback make his reads a little bit quicker there. It looked like it was kind of a quarterback option there. He could have kept it, could have handed off the Ledger, and it looked like they had I believe Dylan Rhodes there on the side ready to make the pass, but he chose to hand it off there. But I think Marcus Stinnett needs to be a little bit quicker on his feet.
2nd down and 8 for the Lions to the 33-yard line. Stinnett is going to keep it to the left side. He's got a blocker in front. Stinnett into the second level, and Stinnett gets across the 45 and lunges his way to midfield. The Bulldog fans there is a penalty flag. They were yelling for a hold. I see a yellow marker down now on the field. So this play seemingly is going to come back. And indeed, they're going to call a hold on Edwards County.
Talked about Marcus Stinnett. He made a very good play there, but it's going to be a holding call. I don't know who it was on. Did you catch the number who it was on, Cole?
Not yet. They're about to make the call here. They've held the chain gang back, and
There's a flag on the play.
This is indeed on Edwards County. I want to say, don't want to make an assumption, but I want to say it might have been on Anton Linder. Not for sure. But it was right there as Stinnett was turning upfield, took away a long run by Stinnett. So now it was 2nd and 8, and depending on where they mark the football, they mark it back at the 24-yard line. So essentially a loss of 9 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 18. That's a tough break for Edwards County, because now they might have to throw the football here.
Yeah. As Edwards County caught a tough break there from Anton Linder, but definitely expect to see Marcus Stinnett throw the ball here.
He's got 2 receivers out to his right, 1 to his left. Stinnett, he will throw. Bubble screen over to St. Ledger. St. Ledger turns upfield, and a good job by the Bulldogs to make the tackle. Not a lot of room there for St. Ledger, and all of a sudden it's going to be 3rd and about 15 for Edwards County.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them run a little bit of a trick play here, maybe later in the season or maybe later in this game even, because Ryan St. Ledger last year played quarterback for their JV team. As I mentioned, Isaiah's my brother, went to a lot of his games, and watch Ryan St. Ledger. He throws a very good ball. Wouldn't be surprised to see him take over the snaps for Marcus Stinnett next year, but maybe a little bit of a trickery play coming up here, and I think this would get this Edwards County crowd a little bit more hyped. Looks like a lot of them made the drive, about a 32-minute drive from where we met at.
So 3rd and 15 from the 26 of Carmi. And the shotgun is Stinnett. Takes a snap, Throws down to the right side. Caught by Cowger. Close to the first down marker. Might be close enough to go for it if it's not a first down. That's a huge play for Edwards County, and I think he's going to be just short of the first down marker.
That's a good heads-up play there by Camden Cowger as Marcus Sennett threw the ball a little bit early. I think Camden just kind of seen it coming his way under pressure. Marcus Sennett made a good throw. They go no huddle here, and they don't give him the first down.
Here we go, 4th and 1. And Stennett going to point something out and go under center. Might be a QB sneak. It is a QB sneak, and Stennett.
Oh, I don't know.
Wonder if he got it.
Quarterback Stennett on the keeper.
We'll see where they mark the football. It was 4th and a yard. This is a big play right here where they mark the football.
I think they're going to bring the chain game back on here.
And they say first down Edwards County, no measurement. First down Lions, they keep this drive going. Man, the pass play to Cowger was huge. It goes from a 3rd and 15 to getting the first down. That's a huge pass play.
That's actually not a bad play call. I think one of the better plays we've seen called tonight is Marcus Sennett kind of comes up to the line of scrimmage, acts like he's going to make maybe an audible, kind of points something out and hikes it quickly and runs it up the middle. But a good stand from this Carmi-White County defense. Even though they didn't get it, they made a very good effort. Can't be mad at that.
And this shotgun is Stennett. 2 receivers right, 1 to his left. Takes a snap. He is going to go back to pass. He's going to throw one downfield. Wide open making the catch is Jordan Brock. Tiptoes the sideline, and they call him out of bounds at midfield. Gain of about 8.
If Marcus Sennett would have stayed maybe kept his feet planted, he had Camden Cowger who had everyone beat downfield. But not a bad pass there by Sennett to Jordan Brock. Definitely like seeing Marcus Sennett kind of get his feet underneath of him. Takes a little bit for him to warm up, but once he does, he is a very good passer.
Looks like his confidence is back into full swing. Under 8 to go here in the 4th quarter. Carmi leads 16-8. 1st and 10, or check that, 2nd down and 2 for Edwards County from the 50-yard line. And Sennett keeps it, runs it up the middle. Sennett making a couple of Bulldogs miss all the way inside the 40. 1st and 10, Edwards County.
That was a good read there from Marcus Sennett. A little bit of a late pull there still, but yeah, be proud of that. As he made a couple men miss, read the hole correctly, and it's an Edwards County first down as Carmi is kind of scrambling here, trying to figure out what they're going to do. Kind of coming with an balanced offensive possession here, and I think we're going to get a timeout.
Another official timeout. That's going to be Eric Mills, the Bulldogs linebacker, tying his cleat. So we'll have a short little break here with 7:35 left in the ball game.
Cole, you can amount to this whenever the refs kind of call timeout there. I always appreciated that, not trying to have someone run over me as I'm tying my cleat
definitely,
there.
Definitely. 1st and 10 for Edwards County. Stennett runs it up the middle once again, tries to bounce it outside, and Stennett once again with a first down, jukes inside. Stennett inside the 20, dragging a couple of Bulldogs with them, and how about the play by Marcus Stennett here in the 2nd half?
Definitely like to see that from Marcus Stennett. Glad he hasn't fumbled yet. He has had problems fumbling throughout his high school career, but he looks like he kept onto the ball. But it's one of those things with him trying to be elusive, that where he has the ball unguarded almost.
So Stennett carries the ball all the way to the Carmi 13-yard line. It's 1st down and 10 with 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Carmi leading by 8. This is a big possession. Edwards County needs a touchdown in the 2-point conversion. In the shotgun is Stennett. Takes a snap, bobbles a snap. Now he's going to run to his right. And Stennett turns it upfield inside the 10. It is a touchdown for Edwards County.
Beautiful run there from Marcus Stennett, a designed run there as he made a couple men miss, read the blocks correctly, and we are almost tied up here depending on the 2-point conversion. But kind of this offensive game we've expected to see coming in the 2nd half.
Kind of an awkward play there. Stennett bobbled the snap, but kept running forward with it, got a couple of blocks, and took it into the end zone. And so, as you mentioned, Drew, here's a big 2-point play with 6:48 on the clock. And we'll see if Carmi can keep their 2-point lead, or can the Lions tie it up? What will they run here?
Very big possession here for both teams, but mainly for this defense trying to keep that lead. Carmi-White County making a lot of noise here.
And a timeout taken, and Coach Clinton Wolf is not happy. I believe it's going to be a timeout taken by Edwards County. Or the Bulldogs, actually. Taken by Carmi-White County. So we'll keep it here. as Coach Clinton Wolf is fired up on the field. As you mentioned, this is a big 2-point play. Could be the difference in the game right here.
It is, and Carmi is now down to 1 timeout with still over 6.5 minutes left in this game. Last time I was here, whenever they played Cesar, they burned all their timeouts in the first quarter. So maybe some miscommunication here for the Carmi-White County Bulldogs. But this is turning into quite the offensive game here. Defense not playing that big of a factor here in the second half, as much as they did in the first at least.
Well, Coach Clinton Wolf, I know him personally. He's one of my favorite coaches here at Carmi. After that timeout, threw his headset down and was trying to get his guys fired up. He's a very fiery guy, and just trying to get his guys fired up here, because this is a big 2-point conversion. They're lead by 2. Worst scenario, Edwards County ties it up right here.
So you still get the ball with over 6.5 minutes left. So I mean, this isn't the end of the world if they don't. This isn't the end of the world for Carmi if ECHS gets this. But I definitely don't want to give up the lead, as he is still fired up trying to direct his defense around.
Here's a 2-point play. Lions go spread. Send it in the shotgun with St. Ledger to his left. Takes a snap. He's going to run to his left. He's got pressure. Loses the football. Keeps it back. Can you say Johnny football? It is incomplete in the end zone. Oh, looked like Johnny Manziel against Alabama back in 2013. It's incomplete, and the Bulldogs hang on to their lead.
I am in disbelief. Wow.
I couldn't tell who the receiver was in the end zone.
That was Jordan Brock.
Jordan Brock was wide open by himself. Instead, with a great play to stay with it, but it falls incomplete, and the Bulldogs hang on to their 2-point lead. We'll take a short break. Carmi leads 16-14.
What I enjoy most about being a midwife and why I chose this career path is because I really enjoy taking care of women in all aspects of life. Services that I look forward to providing here are STD testing, birth control, hormone replacement, pap smears, pessaries for urinary tract issues, and of course obstetrical care. I'm currently accepting new patients, and I'm available Monday through Friday here in Olney, and I can't wait to get started and see more patients in the community.
So a crazy 2-point play that doesn't go in favor of Edwards County, and the Bulldogs keep their 2-point lead with 6:48 to go in the ballgame. And that was a crazy play to say the least, and a big play with a 2-point lead still for Carmi. Here's Luke Simon on the return from the 20-yard line. Simon, running to his right, stumbles down at the 29-yard line. So if you're just tuning in or missed that last play, Marcus Stennett was rolling out to his left, got the ball poked out of his hands, caught it, regained his balance, and had a wide open Jordan Brock in the end zone, and Brock couldn't make the catch, and it would have tied the game and would have been one for the highlight reel, to say the least.
I'm still like flabbergasted over here, man.
Those of you who can't see it at home, but Drew has been very had a lot of emotions go through his body tonight with his alma mater, Edwards County, playing in this game.
Oh yeah, man, that was crazy. I was so excited. The cameraman was like, "You look so upset." I was like, "I am."
1st and 10 for Carmi at the 30-yard line. Mahan keeps it and runs up the middle, and he's going to shug off a couple of Lions and get up to about the 34-yard line. Speaking of our camera lady, Sierra Hughes, big thanks to her tonight for running the camera for us here in Carmi. She's done a great job thus far.
Making the drive down from Robinson. How is that, a couple hours? Yeah, a couple hours.
Commitment, telling you.
Ethan Mahan once again shugging off a couple of lines there. Sorry, Cole, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. So it's going to be 2nd down and 5 for Carmi at their own 35. Carmi leads 16-14 with 6 minutes to play here in the ballgame. Bulldog fans trying to get behind their offense, see if they can kill some clock. In the shotgun is Mahan. Takes a snap, hands it off to Jaden Reeder. Reeder up the middle. He's got nowhere to go. Tries to bounce it outside. And Reeder's going to be close to the first down. Turned nothing into something. We'll see where they mark him. So they're going to be 3rd and short or a Bulldog first down.
I believe Jordan Reeder's best play has been as a running back tonight. A lot of the double handoffs have confused the line defenders. But mainly him, like that play, turning something into nothing. Let's see. What is he listed as? He's listed as a running back and a defensive back as a senior. The last time I was here, he played a lot of receiver, but I know you said that he was injured last week. So glad to see him back and healthy.
So then Mark Reeder about 1.5 yards short of the first down. Not quite 4-down territory, I don't think, for Carmi. This is a big 3rd down. 3rd and a yard, if that.
It looks just kind of like the nose of, oh no, it's a yard, okay.
In the shotgun is Mahan. Takes a snap, gives it off to Luke Simon. Simon, first down and more. Simon all the way across the 45 and a Bulldog first down to the 49. Time and time again, Luke Simon has made big plays for this Bulldog team on both sides of the ball.
Outside Ethan Mahan, I think he's one of the most important, if not the second most important player to this Carmi-White County team. Ethan Mahan, obviously, superstar, kind of leading this Carmi-White County team, was more of a runner and a passer. Kind of has that Michael Vick kind of feel. Has a good throw. Carson Wentz, somewhere in that range. But
how about the way Luke Simon's played tonight?
He has played a very good first half and has not been anything shy of great this second half.
1st and 10 for Carmi. Play clock down to 8. Ball at the 49-yard line. Bulldogs trying to kill some clock here. Mahan takes a snap, gives it off to Simon again. Simon, that time, not much room. That was number 60 for Edwards County, Mitchell McFall making the tackle.
Mitchell McFall.
Correction, Patrick Diley. There's 2 number 60s, but I believe that was Patrick Diley who made the tackle. And we're going to have a timeout taken on the field by Edwards County with 5 minutes left here in the ball game. We'll step aside for a short break. Carmi leads Edwards County 14-16.
If you're looking for the best barbecue around, look no further than Hog Heaven Barbecue, 411 West 9th Street, Mount Carmel. Rick Marshall and the staff have been cooking up the best pork, ribs, and chicken since 1987. Hog Heaven Barbecue is a full-service family restaurant serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Be sure to check out our delicious buffet and salad bar. And it's not just barbecue at Hog Heaven. Enjoy our steaks, burgers, catfish, homemade pies, and desserts. Also check out our barbecue and fry special for just $5. Hog Heaven Barbecue, 411 West 9th Street, Mount Carmel.
For over a century, Mount Carmel Public Utility Company has served Wabash County with safe and reliable energy. And now we're there for you in a whole new way. Introducing our new Smart Hub app. The free app lets you access your account 24 hours a day right from your fingertips. Receive email notifications when a new bill is issued and pay that bill directly online, anywhere, anytime. Access your usage history and more. Download the Smart Hub app today at mtcpu.com. Just another way Mount Carmel Public Utility Company serves our neighbors, families, and friends.
5 minutes to go here in the ball game. 2nd down and 9 for Carmi.
We're just seeing balloons fly off everywhere now.
Well, they got the balloons out for homecoming, and they're starting to make their way up to the sky. So referee's getting the ball placement. Ball is at midfield. 2nd down and 9. Carmi leads 16-14. Mahan takes a snap. He's going to have the double handoff to Jaden Reeder. Reeder to the left side. Reeder spinning off one tackler up to about the 46-yard line.
Brian St. Ledger doesn't make that first contact. I don't know who will. I think that was a first down. That was may not have made the full-on tackle there, but definitely slowed Jaden Reeder down there, and I think they just burned another timeout.
Yeah, I think Edwards County has called their 2nd timeout of the half. We'll keep it here. So you got 4:46 left, and honestly, that's a smart timeout for Edwards County because here's a situation, where you got to get the ball back now. You can't be killing a lot of clock, and man, it's tough because Carmi with a 2-point lead. Edwards County looks pretty good offensively. This is a big drive for both teams.
This is Edwards County. Last week they got the ball back really late. I think with like a minute and 50 left in the game, and then they went down, scored, had it come back. But you definitely don't want to see a repeat of that, especially with it being just a 2-point game as much as last week it was an 11-point game.
Well, you can definitely tell Carmi's doing their best to kill as much clock as they can on this drive. But this is a big 3rd down. I'm not sure if they'll go for it if they don't get it. But nonetheless, this is a big play for both sides of the football.
I think if they're up, maybe, I really don't see where they would go for it here. Try to pin.
I just think it would be hard to give the ball back to Edwards County with around 4 minutes left and only a 2-point lead with as well as they've looked offensively. I think if you're Carmi, if you can't kill all the clock, you're going to try to score a touchdown here.
This 3rd down is going to be very important. I think if it's over 3rd and 8 or 4th and 8, like if they lose yards here, I think they get the sense, but anything above that, I think it's definitely within the Carmi-White County offense's striking distance.
This is a big 3rd down and 5 for both teams.
I wonder what Edwards County is going to run here defensively. We talked a little bit about Carmi, but Edwards County defense really needs to stand up here.
3rd down and 5 from the 46, and the shotgun's Mahan. Takes a snap. Gives it over to Reeder on the sweep. Reeder looking for the edge, and Reeder is not going to get there. Got about a yard, and it's 4th down.
That was a beautiful play there by Ethan Mahan. Maybe a little bit of a low snap there, kind of delayed everything, but Jordan Reeder there made a beautiful kind of run there, and that's kind of the problem of running the ball in the shotgun, is that you're not starting from the line of scrimmage as much as you are starting 2 to 5 yards back, depending on how deep the quarterback is.
And that's, once again, you know, if you're Jaden Reeder right there, you would like him to get more upfield and then go for the sideline. Jaden Reeder loves to run towards the sideline, towards that 1st down marker, and we'll see if Carmi actually goes for it, or will they punt it. 4th down and 3. Play of the game right here. 4:37 to play in the ball game. In the shotgun is Mahan. It's a quick kick, and he boots it away. It's going to take a Carmi bounce, and it's going to roll into the end zone. So here we go. You got 4.5 minutes left. You have Edwards County down by 2 with the football.
This is where the seniors of this team need to take control. Marcus Sennett, more than anyone else, needs to take control of this team, show them kind of like that Joe Montana moment in the Super Bowl, kind of pointing out some of the celebrities. Necessarily not anyone here, but
well, you and me are here, man.
Right.
Well, there's Cole Carter and Drew Poundon up there on the press box. But nonetheless, you know, this is a big opportunity. Both teams have 1 timeouts, and if you're Marcus Sennett and you've had some bright moments tonight and some dull moments tonight, but he can make it a night to remember to try to get the Lions down the field, and for Carmi, if they can get a defensive stop to win this game on homecoming.
I think I'm a cool guy.
What was that?
I think I'm a cool guy, but
I like you.
I like it too, man. Pleasure doing games with you.
It's been a good couple of weeks doing some games with you.
Yes, sir. Excited to see what this Edwards County offense has.
1st and 10 from the 20. Stennett throws to the right side, tipped and almost picked.
Oh, what did it? Oh, it looked like he kind of had it there. Luke Simon, no one other than that guy would have been there to make the play for his 2nd interception of the game.
Man, if Simon picks that off, he can moonwalk into the end zone, but it falls incomplete. And it brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. So Edwards County not wasting any time. They're going straight for the pass.
I think that was kind of a more predictable play there. Definitely, it's kind of hard to say. I would like to see them take a little bit more shots down the field, but with them only having 1 timeout, I definitely see them throwing it to the sideline until they get around the 40 to 50 yard line.
2nd down and 10. 14 on the play clock. Sennett moving some guys around. Lions don't want to waste their last time out right now. 7 on the play clock. Sennett takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, throws to the right side, and it's caught.
Beautiful catch
by Brandon Rhodes. Quentin Sutton nearly cut that one off. Gain of about 8 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Dylan Rhodes, a sophomore, coming in, making a big case for why he should start next year. With Eli Grimes out, has made a couple of good plays on defense and a big catch there, because if he doesn't catch that, I think a Carmi-White County defender does.
Quentin Sutton was right there to make the tackle. Almost wasn't sure if Rhodes made the catch or not. Under 4 to go here in the ball game. Carmi leads by 2.
Big 3rd down here for both teams.
Sennett in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left and 1 to his right. Lions calling out their protection. Sennett takes a snap. He is going to keep it and run up the middle, and he's going to get pushed backwards. Bryson Moore made the tackle. It's going to be 4th down.
I think in this moment, Marcus Sennett is more looking for what he can do to help this team out, whenever the smarter play, I believe, would have been to let Ryan St. Ledger kind of have it and make his own move in the open field there instead of taking it. But definitely like to see the leadership here from Marcus Sennett, and a big 4th down here with under 3:20 left. Edwards County still holding on to that 1 timeout.
Here we go. 4th and 2.
Carmi making a lot of noise over here.
This could be the ball game. Stennett gives it off to St. Ledger. Up the middle. I don't know if he got there. I don't think he did.
It's going to be a close call. I don't think he got it either, but the refs are kind of taking
it's close.
They're going to call out the chain gang here.
This could be the ball game.
Carmi saying that they have it. Edwards County not really making a gesture.
Looks like the 1st down marker is the 30-yard line. That's where the officials have the football. It's going to come down to a measurement.
This is the ball game, like you said here, and they're going to talk it over before having the. Oh, here they come. So I was kind of confused on whether they were just going to call it or have them come out there. This might kind of be one of the nose of the football kind of things again, like we've seen for Carmi.
Here we go. Measurement that can decide the game.
He got it. Oh.
Turnover on downs. First and 10, Carmi-White County.
That's close. Wow. That is just by about the size of an ant away. Tough call there, and good defense from this Carmi-White County team, basically solidifying their homecoming game to move to 3-1.
But don't say that yet. There's still 3 minutes left, and Edwards County still has one timeout. You got to think if Carmi gets a first down here, that could be the end of it, but don't count out the Lions yet.
I definitely think you're preaching to Jordan Reeder here to stay in bounds. Definitely.
And ball security.
Yeah. One of the big things was him getting out of bounds, letting Edwards County save that last timeout. So I don't see them kind of doing anything here other than just running it up the middle.
Mahan hands it off to Simon up the middle, and Simon will spin off one tackler up to the 28-yard line, assumingly Edwards County will burn a timeout. Not yet. They will eventually, though, on this drive. So you got to think, take 40 seconds off the clock here. They're going to run this play with about 2:10. 40 seconds off the clock there. If Edwards County gets the ball back, you're going to be looking at around a minute left. It's going to be tough for Edwards County.
And it's going to be deep inside their own territory with that.
But if they get the ball back, there's going to be a chance.
Definitely, we've seen some crazy things here in the early stages of the high school football, but definitely excited to see what the rest of this game has to offer.
2nd down and 8, ball at the Edwards County 20-yard line, 2:20 to play. Carmi leads by 2. In the shotgun is Mahan. Lions showing pressure. They bring it. Mahan runs to the left side, cuts back inside, still turning his feet, trying to plow ahead. He's going to be close to a first down. Where are they going to mark him? If it's a first down, that would essentially end the ball game. And once again, we're going to have a measurement.
I like that the refs aren't being shy about kind of calling a timeout and making sure that the play, that the call is correct. This is a very big game for both of these teams, and these refs are taking it like it is.
How about the second chance effort by Ethan Mahan? After the first initial contact, he kept moving forward. And it might have been the difference in the first down.
You might. I'm surprised Joe Rivers hasn't made an adjustment to keep two guys together to tackle Ethan Mahan. We have.
Well, there's a flag. Wow. They call a holding on the Bulldogs.
I didn't see a
penalty flag anywhere. Oh, that is huge.
And it stops the clock. Yeah. And I wonder if they're going to put any time back on there. Minute 58.
Now, where that does hurt Edwards County is basically, you lost a couple of seconds and it's still 2nd down. Nonetheless, it's 2nd down and 20. Oh, that is a huge penalty for Carmi. Not sure who it was on. I didn't even see a flag on the field.
I think that's what their coach is talking about. I definitely didn't see a flag either. I'm just as kind of surprised as everyone else is. As every Carmi-White County fan in here thought that they had a first down and they were getting ready to solidify this game, and they put 10 seconds back on the clock.
Oh, wow. So here we go. 2nd down and 20 for Carmi. Most important thing here is to keep the clock running.
Definitely wouldn't be surprised to see Luke Simon get the ball here.
Mahan keeps it, tackled in the backfield.
Beautiful read there by, I believe that's Jordan Brock. Said his name a lot tonight, and I would not be surprised. Never mind, they're not going to burn their timeout. Yeah, they are. They burn it finally with a minute 57 left here in this ball game. Couldn't have hoped for anything other than that from Edwards County. But if you're Carmi-White County, you're definitely disappointed. Cole, do you think they're going to try to pass it here?
It's tough, especially if that is Edwards County's last timeout, which I think it might just be an official's timeout. There is a lot of confusion going on the field right now.
Maybe they try to pass it, take a sack, and then punt the ball away. I think that wouldn't be a bad thing to kind of do there. As Ethan Mahan, we've seen, does have a boot.
Well, I don't think Edwards County called their last timeout, so the clock the clock will start running.
Okay.
So 1:55 and ticking. Joe Rivers is going to save that timeout for after this play. You're looking at about a minute 15 left if Edwards County gets the football back. 3rd down and 26.
Big play for both teams here. I'm ready for it. I got butterflies in my stomach like I'm a player over here.
In the shotgun is Mahan. Takes the snap. Pressure comes. Mahan rolls to his right, throws it down the field. Caught by Simon, and he's going to be short of a first down.
Oh, wow.
He'll be short.
And he got out of bounds.
Oh, that's tough.
That is, these Carmi-White County fans are happy, but he got out of bounds.
Realistically, that's not the best scenario because it's going to make it 4th and about 6.
That's not a bad thing because if you don't get it here, they're not definitely not as bad as it would have been if they would have had to do it on the other side of the 50.
And I think if you're Simon, more or less, if you drop the ball, clock stops. If you make the catch, you're going out of bounds. Nothing really you can do about that.
Definitely don't want to. I'd rather go out of bounds than fumble it. So I think was the thing.
This is the ball game. If Carmi gets it, they win it. If Edwards County gets a stop, they'll have a chance.
Edwards County still with that one timeout. Haven't burned it just yet, and this might play a crucial moment in this game.
4th down and 7. Whistles are blowing, and Carmi wants to talk about it one last time. This is their last timeout, and we'll take a short break. A great finish coming up next here on News Channel 15.
News Channel 15 is now available on the Roku and Apple TV smart devices. Log on to facebook.com/my15news to learn more. Our local sports teams are hard at work, and so is the team at the Wabash General Hospital Sports Medicine Department. Again this year, the WGH Sports Medicine Department is here for our student athletes, sending certified athletic trainers to sporting events at an ever-growing list of schools throughout the region. We'll be there to ensure the safety of our student athletes. And should an injury occur on or off the field, the team at the Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine Department is here for you. Wabash General Hospital, people you know helping people you love.
1:28 left on the clock. Edwards County has one timeout. Carmi has the football in a 2-point lead. 4th down and 7 yards. It doesn't get much more nerve-wracking than this.
This is a very big game. Yeah, like you said, nerve-wracking. I'm over here. My palms are sweating. This has nothing to affect me at all, but I'm a little nervous over here. This has been a better game than any of us could have hoped for here. And this hasn't been like one of those games where it's been close because of the refs or because of something else. This has been a very
hard-fought game.
This is one of those games where you don't want to lose it if you're either team.
The difference in this game was that Edwards County failed their second 2-point conversion attempt. Carmi has been successful on both 2-point plays, and they lead it 16-14. So here we go. 4th down and 7. This is the ball game. If Carmi gets it, they win it. If Edwards County gets it, they get the ball back.
I think we're going to see a pass here. Over here.
Mahan hands it off to Reeder. Reeder cuts inside. Reeder not going to get the first down. Not even close.
That's not a bad call there. I think more or less they were relying on their blocking. It's just if he gets it, he gets it. But definitely don't want to take a sack in that situation. So not a bad play call there for Carmi-White County, but better defense for Edwards County as they are going to take over at the 24-yard line.
So looking at the 2 minutes burnt off the clock, and Joe Rivers did not use a single timeout. He's got one timeout left. Actually, they had 2 timeouts. He's got 1 left. So he still has a timeout, but he's got 66 yards to use. Correction, 76 yards.
And it's not even about a touchdown here. Remember, Zeke Roberts could hit a field goal.
That is true. That changes this game. Sennett throws to the right side. Catch made by St. Ledger. St. Ledger down the sideline, hurdles over a man and gets out of bounds.
I think that's what you're preaching here to your young guys here. Get out of bounds. Don't make us use that last timeout, because I think they're going to want to use this last timeout as if they get in a field goal range or it comes down to a different kind of play here. But Carmi using their last timeout with the minute 16 here, I don't see them getting the ball back, but if something does miraculously happen here, Carmi does not have a timeout. What are you thinking here, Cole?
This is a nerve-wracking game. This has definitely been everything we thought it would be, and to think that Edwards County, after not getting the first down on the last drive, still have a chance to win this game. In the shotgun is Sennett.
A couple men around trying to get the max protection here.
Takes a snap. Looks to his right. Now looks left. Throws a bomb for St. Ledger. Incomplete. Jaden Reeder on the coverage. 2nd down. Correction, 3rd down coming up.
I think, it is 3rd down. I thought they got the first down on that pass, or the catch by Ryan St. Ledger. And I kind of am surprised now to see them kind of take a shot like that on 3rd and 5.
Well, and you brought it up, the fact that they do have a field goal kicker, and that you got to think if you get the ball anywhere inside the 20-yard line, you could have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal, which doesn't happen a lot in high school.
Nope.
But
Edwards County has been really good about having a kicker. A couple years ago, they had Silas Horton, and now they got Zeke Roberts here, who's last week kicked it on his birthday. I thought that was pretty cool.
70 yards away from the end zone is Edwards County. In the shotgun is Stennett. Takes a snap. It's a low one. He's going to look to his right. Steps up, throws it down the field, and it is incomplete. Calgary had Simon beat. 4th down and 5.
Now this is kind of looking like a bad play calling here from head coach Joe Rivers. Don't know why they're taking so many shots down the field. I know you made the point of the field goal kicker, but I would be more worried about a 1st and 10 with the clock still running with their timeout.
Well, you also got to think, you only have one timeout and there's a minute left. You got 70 yards to go. You've got to, you're not, as far as, you can't get to the line of scrimmage and run a play that quickly. You've got to get a big chunk of change right here. Right here, I would focus on getting the 1st down. I wouldn't really focus on getting the deep shot right here.
Right. But if they don't get the 1st down here, this timeout is pretty much useless.
Crowd on their feet, 4th and 5. In the shotgun, Stinnett takes a snap, looks to his left, pressure in his face. Stinnett trying to buy some time. He's pointing downfield. He's turning. Stinnett chucks one down the field. It is caught by Camden Calgary for a Lions 1st down. Unbelievable.
That is the connection I've been talking about here. It hasn't shown much this game, but Camden Calgary making plays for his quarterback as the clock is stopped as they are getting back to the line of scrimmage here. 51.8 seconds on the clock. Stinnett sticking with the play, making a beautiful downfield pass. And if you're Joe Rivers, this is exactly what you want for your offense.
Stinnett spikes the ball with 46 seconds on the clock. That is one of the greatest plays in high school I've ever seen. What a phenomenal play by Marcus Stinnett. He had Joe Mills down his neck, and Stinnett ran backwards, bided some time, and connected with Camden Calgary down the field, and now the Lions are in business. Ball at the 41-yard line with 46 seconds left, and the Lions still have their last time out.
That, folks, is what happens when a prayer gets answered. That was exactly what that was.
4th and 5. Stinnett just threw it for his life, and Calgary made the catch, but still, lots of business to be done. 46 seconds on the clock.
Still have a timeout here.
2nd down and 10. Stinnett throws the bubble screen to St. Ledger. He turns upfield, and St. Ledger's going to be tackled eventually at about the 36-yard line.
And they're going to make...
And I think Edwards County just called their last timeout.
With him not getting out of bounds, that's really big there. But, I mean, would you rather take the out of bounds, or would you rather have 5 more yards?
So Edwards County just called their last timeout. We'll keep it here. 36.5 seconds on the clock. Whew. This has been an exciting last few minutes of this ball game.
Very. 36.5 seconds left, and they're not that far outside of field goal range. But don't know. I don't really know what to expect here anymore from this Edwards County offense. As Stinnett is kind of showing us why he's been a starter for 3 years. Kind of showing off the arm there on a prayer. That is, like you said, one of the craziest things I've ever seen watching a high school football game.
I mean, the awareness by Stinnett to know that, if I run it, I'm not going to get it. I've got to throw this football.
Yeah.
To run 5-10 yards backwards and just launch it, and Camden Calgary making a phenomenal catch. That is a top 10 Sports Center play right there.
Very much so.
But still lots of business left to be dealt. Here with 36.5 seconds on the clock, Carmi leads by 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 for Edwards County at the Carmi 37. Both teams are out of timeouts.
Something I wouldn't want to see here, them get a couple yards, run to the line of scrimmage, and spike it on 4th down. I've seen a college team do that in their game, so I really don't want to see that happen here, but I don't think it's going to happen.
3rd and 6. Stinnett takes the snap, looks left, pressure in his face, rolls to his right, throws one down the field. It's incomplete. That will stop the clock with 30 seconds. It's 4th down once again.
Definitely can't live on a prayer here by the song. I don't know who it's by, honestly. But,
Bon Jovi.
That's what I thought. I was going to say Bon Jovi, but I didn't want to be wrong there. I won the bash. I've been wrong multiple times. So,
you got to think, if you're Carmi, wouldn't be a horrible idea to send some guys to the end zone here, because Edwards County very well might be taking a shot to the end zone with 30 seconds left.
I definitely don't see them really. I see Marcus Stinnett having more time here than he's had all night. I don't really see them sending a lot of men here as much as it is just play your zone. But I don't know. I'm excited.
Here we go. 4th and 6. 30 seconds left. Stinnett takes a snap, looks right, throws one wide open, making the catch, Calgary, and he stays in bounds.
I think he got tackled out.
He's tackled out of bounds. Stops the clock. He's out of bounds. And now the question is, How far can Zeke Roberts kick it?
Camden Calger, again, one of the guys I talked about in the pregame show here, is going to be big if Edwards County was going to pull out this victory, and he has been nothing but that here in the second half. Made a very good recovery after some mishaps on defense, but really excited here as we got an Edwards County on the sideline kind of walking it off. Number 13. Oh, never mind. Never mind, I know who that is. That's Dakota Sweat, the team mascot here.
1st and 10 from the 25.
Under 5 on the play clock here. They got to go.
22 seconds. Stennett takes the snap, looks to his right, throws downfield. It's going to be tipped and incomplete off the hands of Camden Calger. He would have had a first down. 18 seconds on the clock.
That was close. I didn't think they were going to get the snap off there. A couple of the Carmi-White County fans wanted a flag as it hit. He snapped it as the play clock hit 0 there. Woo-wee. This is
I mean, this game, when it's all said and done, could be the difference between the playoffs and not making the playoffs for both of these two teams. Even though it is just week 4, a lot on the line here in Carmi.
In high school football, every game is important as the last.
18 seconds left.
These Carmi-White County fans are making a lot of noise.
Stennett takes the snap. Pressure comes. Stennett rolling to his right. Stennett is going to tuck it and run and get out of bounds with 12 seconds on the clock. Not sure if he gained any yardage there. Brings up 3rd down and about 10.
That's a good, smart play there from Marcus Stennett. He could either ran it and got out of bounds or threw it away. Chose to run it there. Maybe just got a yard or two, if anything, like you said. But Marcus Stennett, I've been kind of critical of him tonight, but that was a very smart play here by the senior quarterback as it's 3rd. Oh, he lost the yard is what they're going to say.
Well, he got out of bounds. That's the most important thing. 3rd down and 11. 12 seconds on the clock. Carmi leads 16-14.
I still think that even if they don't get any yards here, Zeke Roberts will trot onto the field.
Stennett rolls to his left. Pressure in his face. Stennett, here we go again. Penalty flag comes in. This play won't matter. Stennett just throws it down the field. It's going to be incomplete. It doesn't matter. There's 1 second on the clock. Now here comes what's going to happen here.
If I'm not mistaken, this might just be a runoff.
No, I'm not 100% sure.
I think this is going to be an illegal block on Anton Linder.
It's going to be a block in the back, that's for sure. Now, back it up 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and the question is how much time will be left on the clock. It won't be a 10-second runoff because of the clock being stopped on the previous play and with the clock being stopped on the incomplete pass. So now, where will the ball be placed and how much time will be left on the clock?
This is crucial for Edwards
And
County.
That probably puts Zeke Roberts out of field goal range.
This puts Zeke still on the bench. 30 yards would have been tough for him anyways, but definitely would have liked to see him have it, as clock management here is going to be very important. I think, what is it going to be, 3rd and 14 maybe? 3rd and 21?
Clock doesn't matter. Down doesn't matter at this point. It's all about getting to the goal line. Ball goes all the way back to the Edwards County 48-yard line. It was 1st and 10 at the Carmi 25. And here we go.
They didn't put any time back on the clock here. 0.9 seconds in it.
Here we go.
Carmi is back up. They're going to play a big zone here.
Final play of the game, disregarding a defensive penalty. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. In the shotgun is Stennett.
7 seconds.
Takes a snap. Rolls to his right. Pressure in his face. Stennett is sacked. Good night. Ball comes out. It doesn't matter. Carmi hangs on and defeats Edwards County 16-14 on homecoming. Sean Ackerman, the sophomore, with the sack to win it.
Big play there by the sophomores. Sophomores and underclassmen have come up very big for the game with Luke Simon and now number 11. What was his name one more time?
Sean Ackerman.
Sean Ackerman. Beautiful tackle there. Maybe the tackle of this young man's career. Homecoming night is successful here in Carmi-White County.
Well, Drew, we were hoping for a great game, and man, did we get it. Came down to the last play. What a heck of an effort by Edwards County, though. It seemed like they were down and out when they turned it over on downs with about 3 minutes left, but they rallied back, got the football back, and almost had a miracle at the buzzer. Final score, Carmi 16, Edwards County 14. Carmi is off to their best start since 2016. They are 3-1. Edwards County falls to 1-3. What a ball ball game, Drew.
I can't be upset about anything that happened tonight. Beautiful ball game of everything. I'd like to see Edwards County win, but a better ball game. Definitely don't want to be broadcasting something that's not a good game, as a lot of these players are heartbroken. You got to think if Eli Grimes played, we'd be talking about a different game here. A lot of these players are just, for Edwards County, heartbroken.
Well, just what a ball game, though. What a ball game. Both these two teams played out to the last play, and Carmi going to get their first home win of 2019. Drew, any last words before we sign off for the night?
Good game, both teams. Congratulations to Carmi for getting their homecoming win, and just happy to see a great game here. Cole?
Well, Drew, it was fun. Best team won here in the situation between Carmi and Edwards County, but it's all good up here. I'm glad to do this game with you. It was fun. So for Drew Pound, for Sierra Hughes doing the recording for us, I'm Cole Carter. Have a great night.